And there we go.
And that's what she said.
All right, we're back with 5e. We had to take a week off there. Now we're back. Happy Issue Awareness Day, everybody. It's time for some D&D.
Happy
4th of Gelato. That's what I had.
Yeah. There's not a lot to be
gelato.
There's not much to be proud enough, so not much to be proud about. But we can play a fictional game where we can make things better.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they're gonna get worse. We're in a bad place.
We can at least beat up monsters. We can actually fight monsters and not be arrested for it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, anyway, here we are. It's D&D.
Making a lot of assumptions.
Making a lot of assumptions.
All right, well, Richard, we're back in the Aberrant Empire, so I hand it to you, and you'll do what you'll do.
Yeah, and what I do is I hand it off to somebody else who would like to recap. Yep. We started off kind of as people were waking up in the morning and noticing that there were more rocks around them that used to be people, and then you ventured off into the foggy valley of death. There's really not a lot to recap here. Does anybody want to go over any basics? I mean, there's the meeting of Benny. That was a big one. The Echo went in.
We spent a whole lot of time working on the approach through the fog. There was a lot of dipping toes into that pool before finally jumping in to see if the water was awful. And finally, so Chimera sent the Echo through and kind of mimed to our new friend here, Benny. And after Benny managed to track it back to the Edge realm, where all of the Edge Lords reign supreme, things worked out. We all jumped in, and we kind of made our way through some battlefield stuff. A lot of just clashes from these eternal beings who trapped between life and death. And so we did a lot of sneaking, a little fighting. I don't recall where we landed.
Well, we developed a. We were told from Benny that towards the castle, towards the fortress, there are worms, and to watch out for those said worms. And
I believe all he knew to say was wormhole with no context.
Wormhole. He did in fact.
That's a
tell you
wormhole!
And lo and behold, we ended up in front of a worm's hole.
yes.
Yeah, it turns out it was the most literal phrase for what we had.
I think one thing that we should add into the recap that's an important thing is that leaving the fog is not possible, as things just straight up disintegrate trying to get out.
Well, it's certainly possible. We know it's possible, but we don't know how it's possible yet.
That's true. We do know that some objects can go through no problem,
but not
but
all.
others just totally get destroyed.
We destroyed
we know
3 of your 5 focuses or whatever.
I know. How dare you? I need those.
And Knuckle apparently got out, and Knuckle's the whole reason you went in there in the first place.
Yeah, we know Knuckle got out, so we know there's a way. We just have to find it.
And
I want to pose a question to all of you out of character. Who told you that Knuckle got out of here? Did Knuckle tell you?
Who did?
No. That was
Richard. Why
That
do we
was
know
those
this?
guys at that shoe shine place who were like,
Yeah.
"No, Knuckle brought
Have
this
you-
information back."
he got out. We
Have
know.
you considered they were
before-
lying?
Well, before
Yes.
then we knew. Before then we knew. We learned that he had done a lot of traveling through there and had visited the city before.
Ah, okay.
So
I guess the
enough
fireworks are starting.
At the very
enough-
least, it seems like he communicated with these shopkeepers at some point, and then the next time he saw them, at least said he had come through alive. I guess. Would that be accurate to say, Richard?
Hold on, I might have specifics.
Okay.
But also, that wasn't the only group that had told us
Yeah,
about
multiple groups
him.
confirmed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
There was also a guy who was undead that you met up with and fought that was outside the ring.
Yes. And
Yes.
he gave us our like working theory, if you will, or like our objective of, it was something like kill the queen, save the goddess, or kill the goddess, save the queen, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is our working theory on like how
Kill the queen, save the goddess.
There you go. On how we actually potentially fix this. The question is, what happens if/when we lift the curse?
Yeah, right?
Like, are these people just immediately transplanted out of time, or what? You know?
My money's on Thanos snapping. I'm pretty sure we better
They're
get
just
a dustpan
finally
if we want to
free.
keep Benny with us.
Oh, Benny's gonna be like
Oh my
Peter
God.
Parker, just Anwar, I don't feel so good.
Oh no!
That's my money.
Yeah.
I wanted to live!
So the last, like, according to the people who are at the cobbler, the last person to drift through that area looking for Castle Hill was about 6 years ago, and then that person came back from they came from Stem Garden looking for it, and that person was Knuckle. They gave Knuckle similar information that they gave us, which was just kind of general intel of the area. Which is like Valley of the Dead, Blanket of Fog, scores of armies and monsters constantly in battle, magical trickery to get you lost, girl. Talk of treasure in the castle, but that might just be a ruse to lure people in. That might be it. Once there was a temple there dedicated to a goddess who was peaceful, but she was overcome with grief. Details were scant, but the place was later marked as cursed. And then we went to the hamlet with the child and the death dogs. But I do remember we incited at least a couple times, and they weren't terrible, awful rolls. That doesn't mean anything, though.
Yeah. Speaking of inciting things, we went to the wormhole after witnessing like the battle around like the actual like entrance to the city, I guess it was, with like all manner of creatures. There was like a goblin riding a T-Rex or something, just like this total Super Smash Brothers everybody is here battle going on in front of the city.
Do we talk about the elephant in the room?
Oh,
About
yeah,
the
elephant,
about the actual elephant?
Trunked elephant.
Cthulhu elephant.
Rumored to be a creature that the Empire used to help take over the continent. They were found, at least one of them was seen in Castle Hill,
Yeah.
which is not a great implication in and of itself.
So what exactly is the rumor with that? Like, what are the... Like
They used them to take over the continent, like
But-
that particular beast.
Okay, but the rumor, but a rumor would imply like no one's ever seen one?
I mean, I'm sure
They've
people
definitely seen it. Even Twig was like, "Hey, there's one of those things that's coming into Stem Garden when
Got it,
there was."
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
We just happen to see
That
one
was
for the
just
first
bad
time.
wording on my part.
Yeah,
Okay,
we just
okay.
haven't seen one in game yet before that moment.
Got it.
So when
got
did
it.
the Empire take over? It wouldn't be that far out of. Was it 100 years ago? 200 years ago?
Oh, this particular area of Stem Garden was only like 30 years ago. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, so not legend or anything. People know about
Oh
it.
right.
They
So like
talk about it.
Chimera was around at least. It was just
But it would
before
be
the
like
rest
if
of
a-
the party's time.
it would be like if a U-boat rolled up or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a weapon of war.
Yeah.
No, because that was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I think the last we heard is we avoided the worm, but we saw there was a war going around us, so we
You
could go through.
Actually planted in a thing to attract the worm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
then we decided to take the
Dodged out of
secret
the way.
tunnel.
Yeah, and then we entered the tunnel and stopped right there, right?
Yep, we stopped right after you guys entered into the wormhole, which is where we're going to pick up now. So, yeah, you go in there and look inside. It's, like, deathly still in there. There hasn't really been any wind that's coming through any other direction than the air that's, like, you're coming in from. There's no fog in there or anything. It is pitch black dark. So, Hunter. Hunter, you can see 120 feet. Some other people can see 60 feet. I think Audra's the only one who can't.
Correct. Yeah, I've had to Someone was giving me a spell or something for it before.
Arantis has darkness. Did he already cast that on you, or was he could always cast it on you?
Dark vision?
Sorry, dark vision. What
Okay.
I meant.
Yeah, he did it before, so I guess he'd be the one to do it again.
It lasts for like 8 hours or something, so I'm sure you're fine.
Okay. I don't remember the last time it would have been cast on me.
Okay.
So, if you want to say it's a spell slot, just to make sure it's covered.
Got a couple candles. You all could at least like follow the candle.
I was gonna say Anwar also can just make fire in his hand, so it's not we don't
Need
if
to
the
use a
worm
spell.
finds us, darkness is not gonna help us.
Yeah,
I
let's.
do have torches if we need them.
Yeah, I'm happy to carry a torch or something.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
So when you hop on in, you go in. It's eerily silent, coming from coming forward, looking in towards the cave. But you look back out, and there's a ton of craziness still happening, based off of all the chaos. It seems like it's only a matter of time before other people are gonna start, like, finding their way into that cave in too, if they're just interested to get away from the violence, or just want something else. So it's up to you if you want to do anything about that, or just kind of let it be, and if anybody comes in after you, you can just take care of them then. Whatever you guys want to do.
I don't know if we could like cave in just the entrance part. Kind of like cave it in without trapping us under it. You know what I mean?
Well, we have two options. So Anwar can cast an illusion to make it look like flat surface, though that only lasts for a minute. Arantis could cast Entangle to kind of cover it with vines and things like that, but that also only lasts for a minute. It would give us some space. Basically we wouldn't have anyone immediately chasing after us, but it's something.
Do any of us have like a move earth?
I don't. No.
Okay.
I have 2 bombs.
There are 2 bombs. I can set up a tripwire.
There are
I'm more
bombs.
concerned about any kind of explosive possibly caving us.
Oh, I'm always perpetually. It's just me being a smartass every time I suggest it.
Listen,
will
but one of the
say,
times
I
you're gonna
actually-
bring it up, Sid, and it's gonna be it's gonna be
Now
time.
just hear me out, cause like if we
time.
set up a tripwire, we'll be gone by the time any trouble would come to us. So like, somebody get real fucked up on that there bomb in a cave-in, but not us.
What
Someone-
exactly is this bomb you're talking about?
Did you ever cast the spell Shatter, Benny?
No.
Are you familiar with that spell?
Roll an intelligence check.
No.
Okay. What about a fireball?
There's lots of fire here sometimes.
Okay. Imagine a really big fireball all at once, and it would make the tunnel collapse.
That might make it worse, because then they will just be chasing us and on fire.
He raises a point.
Yeah.
You have to remember that the things here do not die the same. You have to cut off the head.
It's true. How far do we have to go before we're actually to the wall or whatever it is we were actually aiming for?
You might not have a good gauge on distance, but if you pull out the compass, you could at least tell the direction.
Okay. Because I'm happy to just move it and get into whatever town is,
I actually no. I did say that you could see the thing. You were getting closer to the center, so
Yeah.
if it's a mile radius, a mile's like roughly 5,000 feet. So let's say you're probably within like 2,000. Like
Okay.
you're 1 to 2,000 somewhere in there. So you still have a ways to go, but you've made it a majority of the way there.
Yeah. Well, shall we all just keep it moving then and get there?
Personally, I do not think we should close the way back, because if a worm comes from this direction, we will have to go that
We
way.
don't need a way back. I agree.
It's true.
So in creating Arantis, no, this might have been on the sheet actually. He has a hunting trap. So
Okay.
I think I can.
It comes with his background, I think.
Is it like a
Arantis, always prepared to slay some undead, just starts immediately like. Hits it right
I
at
like
where
the
it,
idea of a
touches.
giant worm just being like getting stuck in that somehow.
The entrance is covered. Let us proceed.
How far is the trap? How big is the trap? Is it a 5-foot square?
I'm sure it's just like one square.
It's like one square, and it's like a hole that's probably 3 squares wide, 3 or 4
Yeah.
squares wide. Like, well, it's something.
It'll be like the worm stepped on a Lego for a moment.
It's just straight up a bear trap, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
it
it
looks like.
seems like.
I think so. It'll get one guy, but then that guy's gonna trip, and then the guy after him's gonna trip, and it's just like causes big, like, you know.
Also, in reading this, I refuse to believe that a bear trap only causes 1d4.
I
Oh
thought
my
the
God.
same thing.
Are
I was
you
thinking more
kidding
like
me?
if you fail, there goes your foot.
Right?
You know?
That breaks your bone.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you see,
That's a
it
2d6 in my book.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
actually uses a spell. It casts a spell cause amputation,
Yeah.
painful
Alright,
amputation.
so,
Sorry.
if you're choosing to not lock in the tunnel, what are you doing then?
Are we just gonna move in the same formation that we moved in outside? The 2x2?
I think so.
Are you booking it? Are you going in carefully? What are you doing?
How big is the hole of the
I would say you've got about 15 feet of easy movement, and then since it's circular, you start to get maybe another 2 to 5 feet on the sides if you really need to lean up into something.
So
I
there's
will say I don't. Go ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna say it only lasts a minute, but it could buy us some time. Orontes is going to cast Entangle on the surface, so it will look like it is covered, and maybe people stay away.
Does he or Anwar have Expeditious Retreat just to get us moving a little quicker? Or I don't need...
That's only
It's just retreat.
it's only one person.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish it could be cast on a whole
Gotcha.
party. That would be kind of amazing.
I have an even more old timey one. I have Kinetic Jaunt.
What is that? I don't even know this one.
It's one of the new wizard school ones, but it's like
okay.
the sciencey one.
Uh-huh.
I imagine it's like go-go boots or like a go-go gadget spring boots.
That's cool. So, but the tunnel is like large enough that we could run and it wouldn't be a hindrance. Okay.
Yep. As long as you can see in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
pretty
do
splay.
I
do the like ping ponging, like rushing ahead, dropping back, rushing ahead, dropping back.
Okay. So yeah, you start going through there for a while, and at least at first, go ahead and roll me. If you're the scout, go ahead and roll me the perception hunter to see what you're seeing so far, or hearing, whatever. That's pretty good. So scouting out ahead, so far seems like coast is clear. Like you can keep on telling people to keep on booking it for a while. As you go further and further in, you just start to kind of hear this kind of hollow hum that kind of reverberates through, but there's, other than that, not much sound going on. Maybe there's a little bit of muffled action going up above the thing, but it seems like you're going down a bit more, and you're still going forward. Like Anwar, if you keep on checking the compass, you're still headed in the right direction for the most part, so that's good. During that time, though, as you guys are kind of booking it in there, I only need everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw, please, including Aberrant.
Oh, good.
Wait. If we're all running in formation, we get Benny's aura.
Everybody gets +4 on this.
Everybody but Hunter, who's going forward, yeah.
Whoa. You said wisdom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick. I have a +11 inside of your aura.
Jesus.
Nice.
I don't know why it's so high.
The first one is Anwar. The second one is Orontes. Both of those get a +4. So
Oh,
Damn.
oh, starting off right.
31. Audra is totally good going in.
I gotta be focused. I'm the only one who can't see in here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Oh, that's a good
so
one. It feels
going
good.
in, let's see. That lowest is an 18. That's really good. Kamira, at some point going through, go ahead and give me a perception check. Sydney's like, oh no.
18, gotta try harder than that.
With an 18,
Hey,
you
that's
die
still good.
immediately.
That's still really good.
Real good.
Chimera, for a brief second, you see an echo out in front of you 30 feet, but then it vanishes for a second. It's kind of like you just kind of willed it through, like no, I it must be messing with my head, and you're just getting rid of that. But otherwise than that, you guys keep on going without any major effects going on, which is good.
We don't see the echo.
What was that?
We don't see the echo. Just Chimera.
Actually, everybody make a perception check. Hunter, you're way up ahead. Anwar, I don't know if something happens with your helmet or whatever. You have to like push it up. Benny, you are the only one who also sees, and you've seen her echo before. That's how you met her. And like for a brief second, you're like, wait, is that an echo out in front again? And then it just kind of wishes away. It just kind of fades into the darkness. So that's a little weird. Do you guys stop and say anything, or just kind of keep on moving and just kind of brush it away?
Strictly out of curiosity, is it Chimera like echo, or is it like something that looks similar to an echo?
With that perception that you rolled, you felt like that was a Chimera echo, but for the first time ever, you didn't summon it. It was just there.
No words from Chimera, just a slight like just concern on the face, I guess.
I think Benny would look at her and seeing the concern, he'd be like, ma'am, are you creating that ghost you can make?
Not presently, no. But maybe something. Maybe it's the place, the here. The fabric of reality is super thin. We've seen temporal things before, I think.
I would not trust anything you see here. He grips his greatsword a little tighter as he walks.
Okay.
Hunter, since you're still scouting, why don't you give me one more perception as you go in further?
Okie dokie.
20, very good. You hear, not behind you, but in front of you, somehow, past where you can see from your line of vision. You're just kind of going out and listening, trying to look through. So it's definitely over 120 feet away. Maybe it's about like 200 feet away or something. You hear what sounds like maybe with a 20, I'd say you get the ballpark of 10 to 15 people of some kind. You hear about 10 to 15 sets of footsteps that are seeming like they are scurrying towards your direction.
Towards our direction.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to put a candle on the ground and light it, and then run back to the group.
Okay.
And just kind of like keep checking over my shoulder, and grab my short bow.
All right. I take it you relay what you saw when you go back.
Yeah. Heard some shit scurrying towards us. Just gonna turn around and keep an eye at the candle.
What kind of shit?
I don't know. It's like scurrying noises. I don't. If I were to use Richard's voice, how would I explain this?
They have ROUSs here.
You heard a whole bunch of footsteps heading your way. It sounded you didn't hear armor. It was just a lot of clattering of feet.
Like medium bodies, heavy bodies, small bodies?
I'd say each of the legs seems like each of the footsteps would seem like probably, yeah. I mean, like,
Short legs? Long legs?
no,
What's the
I'd
gait
say
like?
tall legs. Yeah, like a medium-sized creature or bigger. Yeah, like maybe orc Goliath-ish size.
Andre, is
Okay,
this something you
longer
could do to
legs.
spy ahead?
I think I have to be familiar to use clairvoyance. Let me double check. Also, do I have it prepared? I don't have it prepared, so it doesn't matter.
I guess we'll
Throw
find
the
out when we
echo
find
up
it.
there again.
That always works.
They can super see it and murder it super fast, but at least we can maybe get an eyeball on it. Yeah, I'll like grab the person closest to me, just like to hold onto their shoulder, just for stability.
I
And
gotcha.
I'll send the avatar out.
For future reference, for clairvoyance, a point in range in a location familiar to me or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar. So if it's like other side of a wall, that technically does work, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have it prepared. So I will hold up a limp body Chimera as I did before.
Okay. So you want to send your super echo out?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hunter's hanging back with a bow out. It definitely seemed like it was running in your direction, and was at least in the distance enough that, or they or whatever is in a distance enough to get, for you to hear them. So it must be relatively close. So is anybody else preparing anything while this is happening? Because the super echo's probably not going to give you much time based off what you scouted, Hunter.
Benny is definitely gonna pray for himself and give himself protection of good and evil.
Ain't no time for thoughts and prayers, bud.
He's praying to every single one of his holy symbols.
I'm going to, so with holding a torch, I'm without a shield just for AC reference, I guess. Which is fine. But I think, let's see. Don't forget, it should still be on your token, Andrew, but you still got Death Ward going on.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think I would pop the angels because then whatever's coming would just see them. But, you know what? Wait, where is it? Oh, never mind. I don't have that prepared. So I guess I'm not doing anything special.
Anwar has standard dark vision out to 60 feet, and the lightning launcher goes out to 90. So he's just going to have that prepared for the first hostile thing that comes into view.
Okay.
Actually,
Aratus doesn't really have much in the way of range. It's like it's his rocket punch, and that's about it. So
Yeah.
I think he'll be at the front, ready to catch whatever attacks us.
Okay. I should look at that real quick, actually. So Arantis out in front. He's not going big or anything, right? He's just
No,
moving.
not yet.
Okay. Hunter. Who else is out in front? Is Hunter behind Arantis, like with the bow? Like where? What's the positioning people would want to be in?
If it's a 15-foot wide, I guess I'd be to either side, one of the sides of Arantis.
Okay. All right. What about Benny?
I feel like Benny would try to stay to the middle of the biggest cluster.
Okay.
So that everybody gets aura stuff.
All right, Chimera, you're currently going to be incapacitated for a second while your echo's going out. Where are you positioning yourself?
I am next to Audra, but I could only imagine that she had at least her sword out while trekking through tunnel.
Okay. And Audra, where are you?
I'm in the
In
back,
relation
right next
to
to Chimera.
Well, I know that, but where are you guys in relation to Arantis?
Behind Arantis.
Oh, well, if are we in the same formation that we were in topside?
Well, if Arantis and I are the creamy middle of the Oreo,
Yeah, so that puts.
y'all can be the back half.
Yeah, so I'm behind you too. At least that's what it was before.
Oh, Arantis is not in the middle anymore. He's out front.
Orontis is up front.
Oh,
yeah.
Arantis.
Okay. Well, I'm.
And I too am out
Well,
front.
since I was holding Kamira's body while she was warging, I'm just next to wherever she is in relation to Arantis, which is behind him to some degree, I assume.
Yeah.
We'll take the back. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
go to Anwar then. Anwar, where are you going to be?
It sounds like if Benny's in the middle, I'll be next to him.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
Arantis and I up front.
Amir and Audrey are in the back.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like there would have been a shift just to like, let's prepare kind of a thing if she was warging a little bit. So
Alrighty. So Echo goes out, ventures off on its own. Thank God that it's just an Echo. You go out for a bit, and what you see eventually coming through the darkness at quick speed is a giant centipede-like thing that is crawling on a whole bunch of legs going through. It has a big hood like underneath its head like a cobra. It has spikes all down its back of its head and its spine, and its head is just like pure nightmare fuel. This is the most disgusting, horrifying thing.
like you said, you mentioned it was a bug and it was already bad.
So it looks like this.
Whoa.
Oh.
Just very quietly,
yeah.
pretty much
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
can hear Kamira go, "Holy shit!"
Reminds me
All
of
you see is the head and the hood come through, and it takes up nearly the whole top half of the hole, and then you see all those legs scurrying underneath, and it is booking it towards you. Do you want to try to? You want to try to get a hit on it because it's gonna just
It's the
steamroll.
Echo, right?
Yeah. I mean, sure. Why the fuck not?
All right.
To be honest, you know what this
And maybe not even like an actual like, let me try to attack it. You know when like people post up on their knee with like the sword out, kind of like it's like a javelin or something.
Mhm.
Like maybe just hoping they'll just momentum straight through it. Like I don't know.
All right. Well, if you'd like to say like readied in action for when it comes up to try to get one hit at it, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, Echo will do that.
Not to. I don't want to downplay the intensity of this thing, but its face kind of looks like it's saying "What's up?"
Maybe. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting a hey kind of look.
Let
It's just,
me.
It just told a bad joke.
I was just doing that. Yeah. Just told the worst.
Oh yeah,
joke.
and it's going huh?
Get it?
You get
let's
my
go ahead and
joke?
do that real quick, and then eventually we'll go into full turn order.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and roll, and it's going to try to roll at you.
Who
Trying to
now?
roll at me. I didn't do shit.
Oh, Echo.
Get out of here. I don't hit it, guys.
No, you go like, and it just like comes right through and like leans down to bite into you. The last thing you see is you are just going like straight into its mouth as it devours the Echo. But then the Echo kind of vanishes. And that's the last you see of it. And then you snap back up to everybody
It's
else.
an immediate
that
like
you were around.
shield,
So,
like no.
so if you want to do anything different with your positioning, go ahead and do that. And whatever you want to relay, Kamira, go for it.
Giant blue bug centipede thing, kind of reminiscent of a cobra, super fast, super scary. It just killed me. So.
Yeah, but was it close? Like, did you almost get it?
Oh no, not at all.
How long is it?
Let's have initiative from everybody, please.
It's awful. Everything is bad.
It was like a close fight, you know?
It was not a close fight.
I'd like to think I'm holding an action to release my
There it
arrow.
fucking is. Fucking fuck.
Oh man. Oh.
Too bad none of us have that new tunnel fighter fighting style. That was really hard to say for some reason.
Tunnel Fighter Fighting Style is my favorite NES game. I love that one.
That sounds like something you'd find on Urban Dictionary.
Tunnel fighter fighting style.
Yeah. Sweet Jesus, I don't have anything for this.
To be fair, I've never met the player who's like, don't worry, I have the perfect thing for this.
I do say I probably want to move forward, though.
Okay, yeah, you've got enough time to reposition yourselves if you'd like to do that. And if you want to hold any actions, you can do that too.
Hunter, would you like to switch me spots, darling? I think you would. Sweet baby.
All
With
right.
so little blood.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you take a step forward? I'll just take a step back here.
And we're able to do some stuff, right? You said.
Let's go.
Richard, you'd say this is not a large. Are we talking huge or colossal?
We're talking. Yeah, theoretically, it's colossal. I think it's kind of somewhere between huge and colossal.
Gentlemen,
not as-
what say
not as
you
big
to
as
large.
Like Kaluge, or
Gentlemen, what say you to turning around and getting out of the secret tunnel?
It's not as big as the worm.
I'd rather fight this thing than a bunch of the stuff up there. We're already in it. Let's do this.
During my moving, can I pull Echo out? Because I have a feeling I'm gonna need my Echo.
Yep.
How wide was it? Because we might be able to take some cover behind rocks that are on the side.
It seemed to be nearly as wide as the tunnel.
It was
Okay,
quite
never
large,
mind.
Benny. Quite large.
Oh
you
God!
might be able to do some things where you like duck underneath it to get around it, but you'll probably need some acrobatics checks for that.
Oh, good.
I will allow you to technically move through a square if you're trying to do some shifty stuff.
What if we cast Pass Without a Trace and just like shoved up against the wall and it passed us while we were not moving?
Yeah. So I'll allow any kind of like
Get off the squares. Get out of here.
I will allow some sort of, if there's any readied actions for a ranged thing as it gets within, whether your range is 90, 120, 60, whatever it is. So we'll say start off. It gets within 120 feet of you. Is anybody doing anything?
I believe I got something for that. I need to check short bow. I'm sorry. Short bow.
We're going to go 120, 90, 60,
Oh,
30,
I definitely have.
and then it's going to be on.
so we're doing a countdown basically.
I have nothing until 60.
I've got.
I have nothing until 30.
Oh, Jesus.
Short
Oh,
bow.
wait.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because paladins don't get cantrips.
That's 8320. Could I fire off 2 shots by 320? One at disadvantage and one at 80.
You can only see 120 feet away, so I mean,
You only have one
I guess
fight.
you could just fire them off.
Say what?
I would say that there's enough twists and bends in the tunnel that we're just going to call it 120 feet is when it gets within range.
Could I fire off 2 within 120 or?
Do you have the ability to shoot too?
I mean, not
It's
in one
2.
round.
It's coming within like
Okay.
6 seconds.
Real fast.
Yeah, it's rolling in pretty fast, and so like by the time it kind of like gets around at the right angle where you could see it and shoot at it and actually hit it, it's 120 feet. That's where the encounter started.
Okay, gotcha. Then I will wait till 80 and shoot at advantage.
Okay. So nothing's happening when it's at 120.
I'm gonna fire off. I think a. Sorry, I was just letting other people go.
Go for it.
I think I will. Oh wait. Oh crap! I might not have it prepared. Sorry. I should. Where's my? I guess I don't have guiding bolt. I guess that's. I thought that was when I always had prepared. All right. Never mind. I guess I gotta wait until 90. For something else.
Okay. So. Yep. So 120 feet doesn't sound like anything's happening. He's rushing forward again to 90 feet. Is anybody doing anything at 90 feet?
Can we see it yet? Or is it still in the dark?
It's still in the dark, except for Hunter can see it because he has a range of 120 feet. Everybody else,
And then
you can probably hear all these clamoring things at this point. You could hear it, but it's in the dark right now.
if it crosses the candle, then
Oh yeah, how far away was the camp?
That's hard to say. That was kind of vague.
Yeah, it was kind of vague.
I had to like drop it and run back to the group.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would be like 100.
I mean, I'll give it to you because you put the candle there, and so that you mentioned it. So I'll give you something more than the 60 feet would normally give you. So I'll say yeah. So 90 feet. It is barely visible in candlelight.
Before it like runs over the thing.
Basically, you see the candle get snuffed out.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yep.
Just 100 feet
but there's a
trampling
brief second where you see that hideous face come forward. Is there anything in that moment at 90 feet that anybody does?
I think I'm gonna hold for.
Yeah, me too.
I also have to hold for 60.
I've got 80, 80. Anybody? 80, 85, 85, 85.
Okay, so 80, before we get to 60. If you got 80, go ahead and shoot right at 80. We'll just say the candle was 80 feet forward, so that's like right when you're... All right.
And then I also have...
That's a D6 you rolled there.
Yes. Oh, I got a 22. It was up a little bit.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, so
I
yeah.
jumped the gun. And then
Yep,
sneak
yeah.
attack.
For a total of 15 damage, all right. Please don't be scared by this. I just need to move it
I
am. Just need to move it forward to subtract the health. All right, yeah. You shoot, and thanks to your dark vision, you can tell that it hits. It lodges under its throat area. It's in there. You don't really even hear it make a sound. But yeah.
I will immediately swap to Mabier and Dagger of Poisoning.
Okay. Anything else for 90 feet? Or, sorry, 80 feet. Seeing none, we'll get to the point where he is 60 feet ahead of you.
I'm gonna yeet my shield at it.
I'm gonna recommend you wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In case this works.
Go for it.
Ponmar's gonna fire off a fairy fire grenade right at him.
Yeah,
Right.
buddy.
Good move.
Fingers crossed. I need a deck save.
Yeah, that's gonna fail. You hit it right in the center of the head. And then it just lights up in like neon pinkish.
It's glowing pink and
it is
orange.
glowing!
They must be within
So-
30 feet of each other. Hey.
Well, it's wrecked.
Oh
It's
god, you
glow
made it more terrifying. Alrighty, let me just measure out real quick. What's 30?
Better turn your camera off
30
then.
feet's here. Okay.
I think we have. I
Yeah.
have something for 60. I don't know who
Okay,
else
yeah.
does.
So this is
Yeah,
actually
I'm-
fairly accurate right now that it's 60 feet away from you.
Yeah, and I'd also be more here since I was with
Okay,
Chimera.
yep, if anybody has any readied actions at 60, go for it.
Yeah.
I have a hypothetical question really quickly.
Okay.
Because the shield can ricochet off of an enemy and hit somebody again,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to use the echo as the ricochet point, kill it, and shoot back and hit the thing?
Yes, you would destroy your own echo, which would cost you a bonus action later.
Et
but
tu,
if-
Brute!
I'll give that to you if you're willing to sacrifice your own echo to do it. But
Yes.
man, is your echo gonna be pissed?
Well, like you said, you're like,
get
oh
stopped.
man, you see an echo that looks like yours running through the tunnel. I was like, I swear to Christ, if I get murdered by my own echo.
I love that because you're hitting your echo, you're hitting like a version of you in another dimension. They're just gonna be like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like when they're all sitting around chatting about how they went, there's one echo who's like, "She hit me."
Yeah.
So,
All right, yeah, let's see those rolls.
and I get to roll them at
What would be
advantage.
awesome is if you miss the echo, if you miss its AC, then it's like the echo holds up the shield to like, or holds up the sword to bang the shield away.
And then the little thing in the corner will be like, your echo's gonna remember this.
Yeah.
Hold on for me real quick. Where the fuck did
The
my shield
darkest
go?
timeline party comes to attack us one day.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is
I'm waiting for it.
towards the beastie beast. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ricochet to echo.
Wow.
No.
I missed.
Echo.
Oh no.
Echo's sword bounces it off with the sword. Do you want to destroy your echo? This is really...
I really want to
You
hit the thing.
control it. Right?
I do
You can-
control it, yeah. But
Do
she
you-
can't
I
get
guess
any
you
closer than
allow it
that.
to take the hit. This is so bizarre. This is why echoes. really just-
Actually, if I could make her take the hit,
Can
I'd
you
probably
can your
do
Echo
that.
like throw their shield up to bounce it off?
I think you control it. So
Yeah, all right. We'll make her take the hit, and then she's gone, and then we'll try for old boy again. Shit.
Cue
it is.
Doctor Strange that things have just gotten out of hand.
Okay. So then that
That's a
is.
nat 20 on the second hit. That's awesome.
And I get a brutal critical, so I gotta roll that damage die one more time.
Nice.
So that first one, so that's 2, 4, or 2, 6, 7 d6.
Well, that crazy but brilliant strategy paid off. It got you an extra nat 20 on top of... Oof! Yeah.
23.
Throw up and like hit it in the eye. It bounces back, hits the echo, and then comes back at it again and hits it in the other eye. And it kind of winces and keeps going forward, but you heard it. You did some damage.
I did it, Mom. I did it.
I'm sorry, I just have to subtract another 23. Okay. Alrighty. Anybody else have anything for 60 feet?
I'm gonna throw a Toll of the Dead on it.
Okay.
Because I don't know how wise this thing is, but I'm hoping not terribly.
So that's a wisdom saving throw on
Yes,
its part.
please.
Ooh, that's a 4. So yeah, that,
Okay. So I know everything here is undead, but I'm assuming you're still operating by regular rules. But I guess I'll know whether or not it doesn't seem to do any damage.
you will find out.
I will. Let's see. It's going to be 2d12 because it already took damage. So here comes that. 2d12. It's a 14 roll. Does it look like it feels it?
You look at it and you see what's the flavor on Toll the Dead? I don't remember. It's not the claw, that's Tilted.
Right, so Toll the Dead is I point at it and it hears the ringing of a bell in its mind that potentially deals necrotic damage from like the encroaching death, I guess is
you notice it wince at that as it
Okay.
kind of like shakes its head and gives a little scream as it moves forward.
All right, noted.
And I would note that that's not just the DM doing it to do it. So pay attention that it took necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's minus 14. All right. So that's everybody for 60 feet. So now we're at 30. So let me just measure this out. Ooh, yeah, that thing's getting awfully close to you.
Benny's gonna throw a javelin at 30 feet.
Okay.
Because why not? I noticed I had one in my inventory. Hey.
That hits.
Damn.
Ah!
Yep, and that goes right into him. Right, kind of underneath, right where the feet area starts turning into the neck area, just at the base, kind of in a chest area, and
then
it just kind of stays in there, lodged in.
great sword right after that. He's ready for it because it's coming fast.
Yeah, this one did not do much damage to it, so it doesn't even seem to really notice. It's barreling through it.
That's fair.
Can I summon my echo and attack?
Yep.
Tight.
Around
I'm sorry.
this hasn't done anything yet.
Oh shoot, Arantis isn't in the turn order. My bad. What was Arantis's?
I didn't roll for him. It's 11.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
For this turn, let's just go in the turn order. So Benny just did his, but then let's do Kamir, and then we'll just go down the list.
Aron's get in a move real quick.
Yep. Yeah.
He's gonna just do his rocket punch.
Did he do that at 60 feet, or is this his 30 feet thing?
I will say at 30 feet.
Okay.
Get the shit out of him, man.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I don't think it takes into account size. So if it hits, it's getting knocked back.
Oh, okay. So it's like a bigger they are, harder they fall kind of thing.
Yes. Does a 25 hit?
Yep, that sure hits. That has so much force behind it that it knocks it back. How much? 5, 10 feet?
It is. So that's a second charge of the day. It knocks him back. Push 5 feet away from you. So not too much, but enough to stop this on rampaging beast.
Yep, pushes him back 5 feet. Alrighty. So, sorry, back to the turn order. Chimera, you want to bring out your echo?
Yeah, so she spawns 15 feet ahead of me. She moves the extra 15 to get to 30. Can I reach this thing? With its bits all kinds of crazy? Or do I just need to, like, hold turn until it gets here?
A bit, but then it keeps on going forward,
Okay.
and its head is lowering down because it's going to want to try to bite that echo.
It already did once. Okay. We're gonna attack at advantage. So here's one. Tight. Here's two.
Oh, yeah, both those hit.
Tight. And it's 2d10 plus 6. 12. Fucking ones.
21 still. Solid hits. I mean, the first one barely scraped it. Second one, you got a good slash at one of its, like, kind of antenna thing sticking out of its head area. It didn't like it. And
That's okay. I'm sure the echo doesn't like going up there either.
Yeah, it's gonna attack that echo back when it gets the chance. But you guys have done solid damage to it leading up to this. It's starting to slow down before it's even gotten to you, so that's good. Because it looks terrifying. It looks like it could kill you guys. So doing a lot of damage before it gets to you is a good thing.
I think you skipped Benny.
No, Benny threw a javelin.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because we're at the 30.
Omar, go ahead.
Got it. So is this a new round then, right? We're getting...
We're at the 30 feet round right now. So
I was top of
we
the round
just
now.
went out of order a little bit. But
Got it.
I'm just keeping the turn.
Then I've gone already. I used Fairy Fire.
No, that was at 60 feet. You've got another chance at 30 feet now.
Okay. Anwar's going to take 2 shots then. With the lightning launcher.
Okay.
And it should be advantage, but I'll roll it again. We'll just go with the first one. The first one gets an extra d6 on it when it hits. So that is 11 total lightning damage. And then, stand by real quick. Just going to change this up so... Roll with advantage. There we go. And it should look a little something like this for the second one. Another 8 lightning damage. So, like, Anwar's arm transforms again, fires off 2 lightning bolt artillery shots. So that's a total of 11 and 8, 19 lightning damage.
Nice. Really good hits. Any status effects or just taking the damage?
It just takes the damage. Anwar is going to kind of back up a little bit. He's got that fairy fire on him, and he wants to keep it on him as long as he can.
Yep. Alrighty. Audra, you doing anything at 30 feet?
Yes. At the moment, I'm just going to hit another Toll of the Dead. I need to get it a little closer before I pop off the angels. So, another wisdom save, please.
Ooh, that's a 13.
That is a fail. My DC's 14, so
Yep.
It was almost wise enough. 7 more necrotic.
All right. Yeah, he takes it. You can definitely see as he's gotten closer. Yeah, you see that he's shaking his head a bit. He is taking that damage.
Okay.
Alrighty. So let me just mark that down real quick. All right, yeah, it's visibly like really it's starting to lash out in pain each time it gets hit with something. Arantis was the Ring of the Ram, the rocket punch at 60 feet or 30 feet?
It was honestly
30.
at 30 feet.
Okay, all right. So we'll say he had his turn. This thing is going to. I realize that the way I set this up, his move and his action is kind of separated now, because I want to finish out this turn order before it gets to 0 feet. But that's just the way it is. So we'll work with it. So, what was I gonna say? He's gonna try to attack this echo thing here. Your echo is gone. It's just another just like eaten, just freaking taken away, and it's verging on getting up real close to you guys. Hunter, you're towards the back anyway, so I'll just move him up now. I'd
be glad to initiate some stuff.
He's up on you guys, so we'll just call it at the 30 feet round. So, like, as he was charging up that last 30 feet, what do you want to do, Hunter?
I mean, I would not mind activating some of my weapons. Activating Roguish Smite.
Okay. That's a bonus action?
That is a bonus action. I don't
Any
think I'll
action you
need...
want to take. Or move.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's also activate the Dagger of Poisoning Mind. So that's my move. Yeah, that's an action, and then bonus action.
All right, yeah, you spend your time charging up. You got the psionic energy in the knife. You got the necrotic energy going through into the blade. And that is your turn. Do you move at all, or you stay right there?
I think I'm good here.
Alrighty. We're back at the top of the turn order. The thing has reached you. Chimera, what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna try to attack it some more.
Okay.
Yeah. First, though, I think I might want to Hunter's Market.
Oh,
Just
I
for hell
should
of
have
it.
also mentioned that, like, as this thing roars up to you, it gets really hot. Like, you guys did not appreciate how hot this thing got until it got right up on you. It's like you're in a sauna right now. It is really freaking, like, it's like heat's just radiating off this thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
we'll
one's done
Hunter's
any
Market.
fire attack to it, so it hasn't mattered. But yeah, just so you know, you're feeling that.
And we're gonna, here we go. Fine. It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna go attack. Tight. Nice.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Nice.
And that's a hit.
Tight. Cool. Alright. That's plus 2d6. Right, hold on. I always forget how much. Yeah, it's just 1d6 each. Plus 2d6. 32?
32. Yeah, you get some. It's leaning its head down. It's looking like, oh, there's the real thing, and he wants to bite you now. But when it gets its head up in there, you're able to slash away at it, and deal a lot of damage to its face area. It looks like the Joker from The Dark Knight at this point.
And I already used my bonus action, so I can't do that. Okay.
Well, I
we'll call it
we're in the new turn, so what was your bonus action?
Hunter's Mark.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Alright, so yeah, unless you're moving.
I might want to add. No, we'll save action surge until my my buddy's out. Okay. Yep. We'll call that.
Okay. Benny.
All right, Benny I feel like with how well the party's doing, I want to roll something to see if he will do something.
He just leaves.
It just leaves. No. You know what? All right. Benny, for the first time in a while, is actually sort of invigorated to fight. He feels like he's been alone a long time, and he's been in survival mode. But like with how competent all of you are, he's like for the first time like we can do this. So he's gonna run up.
A lot so far already.
Yeah, I mean like this is not his experience of this place, so he's like we can do this, and he runs up. And he's gonna take 2 attacks with the great sword. If either, I'm just gonna say it now. If either of these crit, he's gonna smite on top of it.
Okay.
Sorry, muted. You got advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's 1.
That's a hit.
I really like the
There's
side
2.
comments that you're like, you caught us on a good day. You guys, he thinks we're competent.
You guys have been rolling so well. Like, this thing has a high AC, and you've hit it every time.
Nice.
Nice.
Except for the Echo, who didn't hit it the first time. But to
Well,
be fair, it was
I
just
killed
seeing
her
it
for
the
her
first time.
incompetence, though, so...
Yeah. All right, yeah, so that's another 22 damage to it.
Nice.
And it's looking real hurt. You go through and you slice off 2 of its legs as you go up over to the side of it. Yeah, it's looking real bad. Anwar.
Yeah, you said this thing's looking bad.
Yeah, it's already looking pretty bad. It's gotten slashed up in the face, but it is like right up in Chimera's face, looking like it's getting ready to eat her.
All right. Well, it's still got the fairy fire up, so there's no reason to not keep trying to attack him with that. So I'm gonna do that some more. He'll take 2 shots once again. And that's
yeah, boy.
Wow.
Look at that perfect split too.
Yep.
But not a good damage
It's
roll.
just an extra 1 for the crit.
Or
But hey, it's
one thing
something.
where the first one is the first one's max damage. Are we still doing that? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, we're still doing that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So the first one is the crit die is only a 1, but the first one is 6 plus 5, 11, and then since the first one to hit, the extra d6 gets doubled, so that's another 7 on top.
Nice.
So that's 12. That's 19 lightning damage on the first one. And then on the second one, it is
Fuck yeah.
another 10. So 29 lightning damage. Anwar is channeling Thor as he just guns this thing down.
Yeah, it's getting hit right in the face. One goes like up its mouth. It's really hurt. It's really struggling at this point. It's starting to sway all sorts of ways. It's kind of flappy. Hood is kind of going all over. His head's kind of bumping into the walls a bit. You might be able to take this thing down before it gets a single hit on you guys, which would be really good.
Heck yeah.
Very much not a glass cannon, but a tanky cannon that you've had a lot of hits on. So, all right. Anything else on more? Or is that it for your turn?
That's it for me.
All right, Audra.
All right.
This thing's looking real bad. Is there anything you can do?
Yeah. Well, if it's looking bad, I might save using the angel. Yeah. I might as well save using the angels.
You got advantage on all melee attacks.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm just gonna get up on it.
Okay.
Can I be here and hit it, or do I need to get closer? Like,
You
how
can
about
be there
here?
if you want to.
I'll go here.
If you want to be super badass, you could go up like right in front of Chimera to be like right underneath it, but it's up to you. If you want to flavor, get in a killing shot, chances are
yeah,
you'd be
maybe.
like,
I mean,
kinda
just
clear. Yeah.
I would step into it. Yeah, like, well, just logistically, I would go to where I could hit it. I wouldn't go all the way over, I guess. Just realistically speaking. Okay, so I'm gonna take my 2 hits at advantage, I guess. I'll use my War Priest bonus there. Are we doing? We're doing advantage with Fairy Fire, right? It's not the surrounding flanking thing.
It's full advantage.
Yeah, it's double.
Okay, just double checking. All right, we got an 18 and a 25.
Both hit.
Awesome. So,
AC of what, like 17?
It does.
And I will use my my once a turn. My once a turn. What do you call it?
Yeah,
extra
18's
radiant
the lowest
damage
rolled against this thing.
I'll use my once a turn radiant damage on top of this, so it's an extra D8.
Very nice.
But that's terrible. That's not very good, but 16 total.
That is exactly what you needed.
Really?
It really is. So go ahead and you get right up under its belly. Describe what you want to do to this.
So I think I go up because I have, as Tony, also forgotten about my extra radiant thing. So I think she runs up, she goes to get the first cut across, and it's just normal, and it cuts a little bit, and then she remembers, like, oh yeah, I got the cleric boost, and then so the next slash across is like a lightsaber radiant, like right up, right along the neckline or whatever, that just takes it out.
Yeah, and as you do that, especially with the radiant damage, you cut through and kind of go up, and it kind of just explodes a bit. It explodes into this radiant energy that just kind of shoots out in a blink of light, like all of you are blinded for a second, and then when you turn back to look, it is gone, as if it was never even there.
But where does it respawn is the question.
Hunter looks down at his dagger, and Mabir looks back and says, I got 60 seconds to go stab something, and just rushes forward. Just sprints.
Yeah. I immediately just look to Benny, and I'm like, I know we were supposed to cut the heads off, but I'm not sure if I could have done that.
I do not think so either.
All right, just so we're on the same page there. Either way, it's out of our way, I guess.
What was I gonna say? So Hunter, before you run off and do that, it gets eerily quiet all of a sudden once everybody is like, once that thing vanishes and it's just utter silence. I need everyone to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
No.
+4, you said, Artem?
Yeah, everybody gets +4.
All right, that's a 19 for me.
Nice.
Oh, 13. I don't know.
+4 to both of mine.
Okay. You got a 15. Okay. Sorry, I must refer to notes.
Yeah, I think Kamira and I might be in for something here.
Yeah.
Well, very you nice.
What was I gonna say? A couple things happen. First, Audra.
Yes.
From your perspective, you blink, and when you look up again, everyone around you is gone. And you suddenly feel completely alone in here. You were suddenly in this cave, you look both ways, you don't see a single person.
Okay. Just for a moment, or is this just what I'm seeing
No,
now?
this is what is going on for you right now.
Okay.
And Kamira, you spot one of your echoes when you kind of look around and look in the direction you're headed, just barely on the cusp of where your 60 feet kind of ends, just hidden in shadow. You can barely see an outline of an echo again. Can you go ahead and roll me a either perception or insight?
I have a question. Does she look at me and do this?
I was actually going to put this in your hands a little bit. And I'll say,
Okay.
yeah, that is exactly what she does.
That's my insight.
Yeah. With that insight, this is another version of you. And I want you to manifest what would Chimera's worst fear of another echo showing up be? What would it be doing?
Oh, it would be attacking her full stop.
Would it say this is an echo that theoretically could speak? If it could say anything to you, what would it say?
You think your choices don't have consequences, and it's like charging, as it's more of a yell.
All right. So that's going on. Meanwhile, Audra, suddenly everybody seems gone. You can hear people, but you can't see anybody. So we'll see how that plays out in a second. Everybody else heard that echo, what it just said, and sees it charging towards Chimera. Hunter, you have some stuff charged up. Are you want to run an interference on this, or are you letting Chimera handle this? What do you do? This is the first time you've ever seen an echo come to lunge towards Chimera.
Yeah, I mean, his eyes go weird, and he turns to Chimera and back to Chimera. Diplomacy?
She's raising shield like, oh, fuck. But if you look back at, I mean, she is wigging. It's a surprise to her too.
Gotta go fast. All right, I'll charge.
So,
And,
Audrey, you hear them have this conversation. You kind of feel the presence, like there may be people around, but you also feel completely alone as you look around, and there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy.
So what's everybody doing right now? If we want, we could just kind of stay in turn order from the beginning to say, like, what's everybody doing? So, Chimera, we'll start at the top with you. Chimera, what are you doing? You're getting in a defensive stance. You're readying an action. What are you doing?
I kind of want to throw my shield at the echo again, but that might have been what pissed her off.
I've got a echo token that I can.
Oh, you do? Wonderful.
Is it an evil token?
It is. You
Sure,
can tell it's
she's
evil
red.
because it's red.
It is. It's fucking. It's Elden Ring. Definitely trying to get in front of the group, just so there is no like fallout going on and other people getting hurt. I'm gonna move forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I would like to. I only got 1 hit point. I could maybe end this now. No, I'm gonna hold action until she gets close, I think.
Okay.
I lied, Hunter's Mark.
Is there anything that
Just in
you're doing
case.
with this?
Just in case,
or is-
Hunter's Mark.
Or is this just bizarre to you? Benny?
Do we see the echo? We
Yeah,
saw it
yeah.
before?
All of you could see it. You heard what it said, and you see it charging towards Chimera.
All right, hold on. How far can Benny move? Let's see.
Fuck her up, Benny. Go ahead. Shit.
Yeah, you can get there. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like he's invigorated in like wanting to help. He runs up and he's gonna take his 2 attacks against the echo.
Oh shit, he can go 6 feet because he has a tabaxi, right?
Yep. So he uses his tabaxi thing. Runs up, and he's gonna attack twice.
Alright.
Hopefully.
Oh, that's a hit. Yep. You just go whoosh.
Hey.
and
20 on the fucking echo.
God damn. I don't know how you rule on a crit after the thing's already gone, but it is
He probably just like slices so fast, like like the second hit might not actually connect at all, but like it would have been so deadly that he goes for the head cut off again because that's what he's used to here.
Yeah. So you see it disappear. But then, Kamir, you hear a little whisper, as if like right behind your ear. It says, "This isn't over yet."
I whirl around to see if something there.
Hunter, you probably like run up and like, no, can't do it there either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
Do you remember that time when we were doing Sentra and Artem played a character that was a bard and Valison was like, "Oh, I guess you guys don't need the bard no more because you have a bard now and he's better." Like I'm feeling like this is oh my god, there's a new.
Oh, I
Speedy
guess
boy
you
in
don't
town.
need a. I guess you don't need a fast and stabby boy because you got a fast and stabby boy now, huh? All right, I'll go fast and stab myself. What do you think, Boo?
Alrighty. Well, other than that, things get a bit quiet again. Audra, is there anything that you're doing in reacting to the fact that you can't see anyone?
Okay, so I don't see anyone around me.
You've definitely heard some commotion. You heard Benny's armor.
Yeah, like I'm hearing like shuffling, but I'm not. Okay.
No, and I would say that when you hear it, it's very like echoey reverb like you don't hear the actual sound, you only hear the remaining reverb of it.
Okay, so the first thing I do, we're going in turn order, so essentially I have the actions I would have on a turn.
We're not in combat right. Just go ahead on.
So the first thing I would do, the first thing she's gonna be looking around very confused, and like, okay, there's gotta be some, and I'm gonna pop off my once a day detect magic, and see if that pings cause like everybody's got something magic-y like on them, right? So I'm gonna pop that off to see if I ping like where my party members are, because I get like the shape and the outline of the thing. So assuming if I pop that off, like I'll see maybe like the outline of Anwar's suit or something. So I hit that.
Basically, given that everybody's holding magical items, you might not get a perfect view of it, but you at least like ping off 5 people or 4 people around. It is 5 people around you.
And still around me where they would have been.
Yep, you just suddenly can't see them at this point.
Okay, so I'm gonna pop that off, and I only have that. How long does detect magic last? I think it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So I guess that's Richard. I'm gonna follow if they're moving as a group. In my brain, con up to 10 minutes. So for that 10 minutes, I'm going to, I guess, kind of follow the wisps. If that's like at least what I think those are my party members, you know.
Are you saying anything, or are you just going along?
Considering I don't see them and I'm not like hearing them directly speak, I don't think she's gonna speak back because she doesn't think she's gonna be heard.
Okay, so no one else has any idea you're being affected this way.
I guess not.
All right, we're moving forward.
So I'm just like very like calm, like so I'm just like moving with torch up and sword in hand, just like trying to like move with the orbs.
How long does detect magic last for?
10 minutes.
All right, so for 10 minutes you can move along quietly, and you're not going to bump into anybody because you can see where their general auras are, and no one else has any idea this is going on for you,
unless they try to talk to me, which
she won't. Stubborn ass.
She won't be responding.
Everything's fine.
Well, no, it's not an everything's fine. It's just like okay, something is wrong. What can I do to try to stay around them? When that 10 minutes is up, I don't know what she's gonna do. But for now, this is her idea.
Does Audra happen to say like a "what the fuck" or like anything like that?
No confusion's
no verbal
normally...
reaction.
No, I mean like anybody who's looking at her will definitely see her really weirdly staring at you guys like as we're moving. But she's not like speaking to the orbs. She's mostly just confused.
All right, everybody got their arms and legs?
For now.
Before we move on, where the creature disappeared, could Anwar do an investigation check on that?
Sure.
Did it leave? First of all, Are there any kind of footprints or signs that it was actually there, or was it all completely in our minds? Or any blood?
Yeah, you can move forward and see kind of where all those footprints were and stuff. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
19.
You see all the footprints and remains or anything like that, but for all of the cuts where like either blood or ichor would be coming out, none of that is there. The only thing that remains are the footprints and stuff, but there's definitely evidence that it was there.
Maybe it was a summon? It could have been called back or banished. It seems odd that it would just... Because at this point, nothing else has just disappeared. It just drops dead, right?
Yep.
Outside of things trying to leave the gate.
Yep.
It seems odd that it would just vanish like that. But it was
It was
definitely
hot.
here.
Do you think it's weird that it was hot that way?
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're into, but like,
Yeah, I would also
No!
say it still remains warm in here for at least right now. It's still you still feel the heat from that thing.
it feels comfortable to me.
And the temperature stays that way for a bit.
Could I try and do an arcane check to try and figure out why it was putting off that kind of heat?
Sure.
Like, is it part dragon or something?
Can roll an Arcana to see if anything comes to mind. 20 is pretty good.
Did he notice like any like glands to spit fire or anything like that while it was like baring its teeth?
Let's see. Yeah, he did notice some glands to spit fire. It seemed like it never had the chance to do so.
That would have been not good.
No, it would not have. You guys are really lucky that you were able to kill it by the time it got to you and that it rolled low in initiative. So you noticed that I would say that in general, I'm trying to think of what you would really get. I know that you rolled a 20, but to a degree, I think you're stunned and confused. I think the only thing that would click in is you heard something. I don't know if it was in the book that you read or at some point it was mentioned that this place can manifest people's horrors, or their fears, and so it's possible that that was like some kind of physical manifestation that was more than just an illusion.
One of ours or anyone's that was in here?
Could have theoretically been anyone's who was in here.
Well, we're lucky because apparently the heat, it's able to spew fire. So next time we fight this thing, let's not all stand together in a big clump, if we can help it, obviously.
Right? Chimera gestures to like the length of the tunnel, like this was
I
it.
know. But just like, as best as one can.
Yeah.
Just like last time, fuck it up before it gets to us.
Yeah.
Orontis has passed without a trace, right?
He does.
Maybe next time we just cast that and push ourselves against the wall and hope for the best?
It was smaller than the worm, right? So it's possible, but it would probably still bump up against one of us.
So,
yeah, there's still a good chance. I mean, you could possibly do it. Maybe Arantis still get hit, but yeah.
So if I see like the outlines of people kind of coming closer together to discuss like everything they were just saying there, if I see them all come together as a group, then I'm definitely gonna like see them gather up, walk up to the huddle and like try to listen in. Do I hear anything clearly?
Yeah, it sounds a little faint, but you can make out what they're saying.
Okay, so like at some point, whatever it is they're actually discussing, because she doesn't know, she'll just have like a, hey, is everyone all right after that fight?
I mean, nobody really even got scratched up. We're good. You good?
You all don't look good.
The hell are you talking about, man? What, my hair get messed up?
I can't see your hair, no. I just see you all. Well, I don't see you all. I only see you all because I'm currently
make some
detecting
eye contact?
magic.
Eye contact.
I don't know where your eyes are. I'm probably like looking at like you're like I don't
Hey,
know
eyes up here,
what's
bud.
magical on Hunter. Careful.
His tattoo.
Depends on who you ask.
His tattoo that's moved
yeah.
over to his inner thigh. That's where you know.
Tattoo and the sword.
Yeah. So I am probably looking at like your sword hilt. Like I'm just looking at like everyone's weapons.
In the
His
rest of
crotch.
the world, Hunter's like doing some hand waves in front of Audra's face, and I guess she's staring like
I don't see any of
through
it. Yeah.
everything.
You all I mean, did that I think you said something about it breathing fire, Anwar. Can it can't turn you all invisible, can it?
No, we're not invisible.
You're all invisible to me.
Are
Yeah.
you invisible to you?
Perhaps
am
you
I?
have been cursed.
Richard, do I see myself?
You looked at, yeah, you can see yourself.
Okay.
You just have this feeling of aloneness, and it's almost like what is the word for like fear of being alone? It's not like claustrophobia, but that is that sense of like it triggers a little bit of a panic of like, oh, it feels really uneasy.
Wait, so you all see each other fine, but I see you all, but I don't see any of you.
Monatophobia.
Monatophobia.
Yeah.
Fear of dying alone.
Fear of the Mona Lisa.
Oh.
Yeah. I Tony, earlier you had said that Audra's one of her big fears was being alone.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what I'm
Well,
trying to play off
No,
here.
right. I thought we were doing more of like I thought we were gonna get to that in more of like the rest scenario. That's why I wasn't sure that's what you were doing already.
I'm just saying this is what's happening in the moment here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what's later.
Yeah, gotcha. That's why I was confused. I didn't realize you were already touching on some of it. But
While she's talking,
I'm definitely still like not looking at. I'm still definitely looking through you all, like very confused.
Can I like grab, like touch her? Like, is she like a physical presence here, or is it just voice? Like, is she just invisible suddenly, and it's like inverted for her?
Audra is right there. Like all you guys see her like just fine.
Oh, we can see her fine. That's right.
You can see her fine. It's all.
Okay, well, can you feel this? Like,
Can't
just
You do you
Can we
announce
grab
that
her
you're
arm?
doing that, right?
yes.
Okay, because if you were to just do that, she would just.
Y'all tied a rope around me when I was in my body.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I get it.
I'm just making sure you announce. Like, can you? And do
Do
I,
you
Richard?
feel it now, Miss Audra?
I'm gonna grab your hand. Can you feel it?
So now that other people are talking with you, and stuff, you go ahead and roll a wisdom save again.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Krabs. Fuck.
All right. Do I still get the benefit of Benny's aura?
Yep.
Out of context.
As long as he's close to you.
Just solid.
All right, 23. That'll do it.
Yeah, as long as Benny was close enough to you and you got the
I
then
assume we're all grouped.
like it comes back to you like okay, you can see everybody once you start
Okay.
talking with them and stuff, and that feeling that fear of
Okay.
being alone just kind of dissipates for a bit.
So as soon as Kamira like touches my hand, like all of a sudden, like boom, I see everybody again, and I'm just like, I almost like drop my sword. She's that was very unpleasant. I didn't know if it had something to do with when we slayed that monster or what, but for a moment there, I couldn't see any of you. I used my spell to detect your magic so I could see what you were carrying, but you were gone, and it was as if I was hearing you underwater or something.
Is that where you were looking at us like this?
While I was looking at your magical equipment, it's all I could see.
That
what she
explains it.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
lose everybody, please give me a perception roll.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry, Richard. I couldn't tell it's what you were going for at first. Oh man,
That's all good.
did you see that 2 on a 20?
Fuck.
Okay, so a lot of you are like talking amongst yourselves about all this, and Arantis is just like a bit removed from any emotional situation, and so he's just kind of scanning around, still doing his sentry thing, and then he's just like puts a hand on Anwar's like, guys, he's like, listen, and then when you like really intently focus and listening, Anwar, you're the next one to be able to hear, and then Hunter shortly after. you hear off in the distance from the direction you came from. First, you hear a clamoring of some people, and you hear some clanging of metal and stuff. Sounds like some people with some armor. But then after that, you hear the deep rumble, like from the worm before. And then you hear those people who were kind of like running through, heading in your direction. You hear them start to scream, and they're starting to run in your direction. What do you all do?
Oh shit! Also run in our direction.
They're running. They're running from where we entered, Richard. Okay.
It was like some people got into the hole, and then the worm. It sounds like the worm's coming back.
I mean, I think we just gotta book it, right?
We should go.
How fast can we carve out?
Reach into his bag of holding, and he's just gonna start like throwing out ball bearings all in the area behind us. It's like, I'm sorry, and it's like, let's go.
I don't have to outrun the worm. I just have to outrun you.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
And that covers
Bag of
10 feet.
1,000.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're like this big. You know, bag of
Yeah,
thousands like that.
I just think the idea of 1,000 of anything is crazy to me.
Yeah. All right. So in any case, so you guys do start booking it in the direction you were already going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we ain't going toward the worm.
With some insurance behind us.
Yeah.
So you start running. If anybody wants to volunteer to do a perception check, go ahead and give me one.
Own it.
Yeah, I was just saying, not it. But I like the idea of Mario Kart banana peeling the crowd behind us.
Hunter, two things as you. Well, are you sprinting way forward ahead of everybody, or are you like purposely pacing yourself and keeping with everybody else?
Not way ahead, just far enough ahead where if I see something, I can be like, guys, alcove, or something like that. Something I can warn.
As you're doing that and scouting out ahead and kind of running a bit of a pace, you start to hear running water.
Water! I hear water! I'll speed up a little bit and see if I can get there first.
Okay. Yeah, you run super fast, and you see that there is a spot where the hole that's kind of carved out, has running water that's like rushing through. It's like it clipped part of underground, like an underground river or whatever, and so it looks like you might be able to hop into the water to potentially get somewhere else that's not in the wormhole.
Cool. Yeah, I'll stop and on the other side of it and be pointing down. I'm just like trying to inhale, pull in, just oxygenate my blood as much as I can. Hole, water.
And everybody else basically is like turning back and listening. You can hear just like it's almost like a very low pitched wail sound, just like coming through from behind. It just kind of echoes throughout the entire tunnel way, and it sounds like it's gaining speed on you guys. But if you all book it, you can get over to the running water before it gets to you.
I don't have water walk, y'all. So
He books it.
I'm always gonna get to the river and be like, ooh, that water looks fast. Do we want to keep going? Do we want to?
yes, we do.
Hunter starts pushing you, guiding you into the deep breath,
Oh, it's
and
dark
stuffing you in that hole.
All right, so you guys go down into that water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get pushed through down in there. You just kind of dive down in, and at that point, the water really carries you for a while. And do all of you go in? Or does anybody stay behind or do something different?
I'll be last in. Just kind
You're kind of guiding people in, and then
yeah.
Just know that I'm doing it, but I hate it.
Understandable.
Yeah, we're swimming in heavy armor over here.
I'm doing that thing like in the movies where like everyone gets in, and then Hunter like looks and like watches the stuff approach until like it's almost too late, and then
you see a group of gnolls running for it, and then see the worm come up from behind them and just devour them as it's coming towards you. And then at the last minute, you can just like jump down into the water, and then just you kind of go in. You just kind of get washed down like one of those tubes, like one of those water tube slide things.
Hold on, Richard. Hold on. Did the worm pass my dex check? Did it maybe tripped on the ball bearings?
I'm sure it got scraped up on the end quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's a worm with little rollerblades.
Yeah.
If anything, it just like made him catch up quicker.
Yeah.
It's a Pinewood Derby now.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the guys didn't even make it past the ball bearings, and so they got eaten a little earlier. But anyways, you go down in there, you get washed through it, and then you kind of get spit up in this area where the water calms a bit. And
like we're thrown up to the surface.
On either side, there are little banks in this cave area, and it is eerily quiet down in there now. Let me see if I can get another.
I want out.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. So we're still rushing through the water, or we got dumped out?
You got
that.
dumped down on a bank, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Anwar's gonna light up some produce flame to give us some.
Which
kind
way
of
does
body
the
check
compass
everybody?
point?
we survived.
Yeah, we did. All right, y'all want to dry off? Take a little quick breather.
It probably would be good to catch our breath before we go back to the surface. If that's what's down here, and we've seen what the fight is like on the outside of the wall, I'm not sure what's going to be inside of it.
Are there any like? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to like if there's any debris or sticks or anything, gather that up to make a fire. But either way,
There's
just
none of that. It is only rock and water down here.
then Hunter's like casting bonfire time and time again to like, and he's like down to his undies and just like his clothes are laying next to where the bonfire is to dry off, and just like.
All right, yeah, you can totally do that. And just kind of as you're looking all around, just you notice that there seems to be nothing else in this part of cave. It's
No
just
sign of
you
life,
guys
no
here.
forgotten gear, anything like that. No skeleton pointing the way of like obvious danger, anything like that.
Sorry, say one more time. Were you asking me something?
Yeah, was any like gear, scrawlings, skeleton that's like.
Oh, got it. No, this place is totally barren.
Based on how far we went down the water, is there any way Onward could gauge if we're closer, further, if it took us off course?
You can use the compass if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to try and do that. If you want just a general investigation check or anything like that.
General investigation's fine. Okay. You have a pretty good idea. There's good news and bad news. The good news is you got a pretty good idea of heading how to get us in the direction. The bad news is it's upstream. It seems like it's right in the direction of you're gonna have to find some way to go upstream. However, I will say that the worm is probably long since past you guys at this point.
The worm was hungry, not thirsty. It didn't follow the river.
Yeah. But in any case, yeah. So it would be a bit of a struggle to swim upstream or whatever it is that you would want to do. But you do have a heading, and it does seem like if you were to follow this river in the direction that it's going upstream, it seems like you would get towards underneath the castle.
Huh.
The good news is we're not too far off course. The bad news is we need to go back that way.
Like up the water that way?
That way.
I don't think that's going to be happening in this century.
Could we go back to the surface and then readjust our path?
Well, we know what's waiting for us on the surface. It's a war zone.
We think we're still under that?
I would imagine so. I don't think we.
You have no reason to doubt that you're under it right now.
Okay. So we need to go back. And Richard, was it like the current took us under a passage and back up kind of deal? Like, does going back mean going under and swimming through a cave? Or does it just mean going against the current on the surface?
You're definitely way underground at this point. Okay. So yeah, but if you were to continue along the water path, unless there's like a waterfall somewhere that you don't know about, it would bring you in the direction of the castle, so theoretically under the castle at Castle Hill.
Okay. I just mean, if our route back is the water, does that mean we need to swim under things, or are we just tracing? Okay.
No, that means you need to swim under things.
AKA water walk doesn't just get us there, is my... Okay.
No. You have to go, like, underneath through a tunnel, swimming uphill, basically.
All right. I can't change till the long rest anyway. Okay.
So we don't
Do I
have
have an idea where the water would take us in the opposite direction?
Further away from the castle, that's all you know.
So we don't have like move earth. We don't have water stuff. We have maybe try to swim upstream. tight.
Richard.
Yep.
Is there any sort of skeleton or anything down here? From a...
Ryan already asked that. No, there's...
Okay, sorry. Just want to see if I can pick up a skull and be like, which way out? Take a left, buddy.
How windy is the river? How far away can one of us see? Where we were, I guess.
That's a good question. Let me see.
If we can at least follow the river a good bit before we have to swim, that would at least get us a little more oriented, right?
Yeah.
So
sorry.
I think one option would be, let's see. Do I have?
We checked down yet? Like what's down? Like straight down? Is
like
just
as in
down? Yeah. Like is there like maybe a tunnel that goes elsewhere?
It seems like your stretch of cave is about 107. Sorry, this would be like 150 feet longish, and you're like right in the center, so it'd be like 75 feet up would lead to the hole that you like came out of, and then like another 75 feet is another hole if you want to go further downriver.
Yeah. Okay.
And then kind of spread out the bank wise, if you kind of look around, you've got maybe from tip to tip on either side close to 150 feet as well.
Okay.
That way. So there is a bunch of like blank area. You could set up an entire camp if you wanted to.
Is it worth going topside just to verify that we are still in the danger zone?
Well, if we do, and we are, then they find us, and then we're trapped.
Okay, so if we wait here a moment, we just need to keep an eye on the tunnels.
One option is I'm sorry, Richard, I was distracted. If Onward were to shoot a portal, how close he can get? I think his vortex warps go up to 90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So he could shoot one, send one person through, and then they could like secure a rope and kind of let it drift down the river, and people could slowly but pull themselves up.
I like that.
Through the river. If he needs a clear line of sight, though, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The other option is Arantis goes guardian mode. He
just carries us up there.
Kinda. He big strong, and we could either tie a rope around him, and he could walk us very slowly up the river, or carry us one at a time. So
those are both very good ideas, to be honest.
If I would prefer the vortex warp with some rope, but I don't know if there's a good spot. Obviously, if it creates a portal right by the water, that doesn't really help us much.
Let me give you a map just to give you guys a bit of a view. So we're just gonna say north, like the top of the map is the upriver, bottom of the map is downriver. So
Oh, and it's also dark. I forgot about that aspect of it.
yeah. Oh, also, yeah, sorry. I think there's a thing. Yeah, it doesn't. This map is like messed up where the lighting doesn't work until you cross a certain threshold. Like, there's no line for it. It's
Huh.
just there. It's just kind of broken. Anyway, let me just move
Oh,
you.
okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so the water just kind of rushes down through this point. So there's a bit where you can see, but then it goes like underneath the cave, so you're gonna have to like get down in there and swim through it unless you have some other option.
Sorry, say that last part again.
Just saying that you're gonna have to get down in the water and go underneath that rock to get to the other side of the river, unless you have some other option to do.
Now, would this be with the current, or has it kind of slowed down at this point?
It slows down by the time it drops you off at the bank area.
Gotcha.
But it kind of picks up for a bit because it goes like you just got carried downhill a little bit, not a huge slope, but a little bit. But then it kind of mellows out where you are in this cave here.
Gotcha.
Well, the good news is if one of us were to be teleported up there, if one of us were, I guess Anwar would probably, because he needs to be the one to see it. If he were to shoot up there, and someone could secure themselves and then drop a rope down to us, if it fails, they just show up back to us again. So
Yeah. Well, if you need an anchor, one of us can be large.
Yeah, Arantis probably weighs way more than anybody else, given that he's a construct.
About to say it might be easier for Arantis to go and like be that anchor.
Sure.
If we can
And if it goes
politely ask
badly,
him to do
he's
it.
not a PC. I'm just kidding.
Is Arantis heavy enough that he could just walk up the water?
He'd
that was the
still need
plan
a
too.
Yeah,
he's-
that was.
he'd still need a strength check, like an athletics check, but yeah, he might be able to just walk up it. The DC would probably be less for him to walk it than it would be up for others to swim it.
Yeah, I think he would just like, Fallout power armor all the way up through the water.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
But that's assuming we need to get back up.
I mean, that's kind of the direction that would probably be easiest for our general goal, as opposed to going out and ending up further away. And then having to find another wormhole.
Oh, we need to go against the current. I misunderstood that somehow.
Yes, that's the tricky part.
Why don't we try the Arantis thing? Where he, like, maybe walks up there with a...
With a rope?
Yeah.
Sure.
So the fun fact with Guardian mode is that he grows larger and as a result stronger. Enlarge, get advantage on strength saves and things like that. I assume that transfers over.
Yep.
His walk speed becomes
Like
5.
I knew it!
It's gonna take a while.
So he's gonna be like, I'll be right back.
Oh. Hold on.
It's the worst.
Hold on a second. I might be able to
You can't give him the dancy walk, can you?
Richard.
He could give himself expeditious retreat.
That or Richard, here's the spell description for freedom of movement. Would that be of benefit to him going through the water? Because the water would definitely be difficult terrain, right? So at a minimum, we got that.
Oh, I have that. Hey.
Well, in that case, any of us could swim it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a level 4 spell though, so I can only do
Right,
it.
and that's
cheap.
That's
Yeah.
my thing
Yeah.
with like not saying that the portal idea is bad, but also I don't want to like waste a spell on getting upstream
Yeah.
if we have a method to not do that immediately.
Right. Well, I just don't know
Yeah.
if this maybe like if he needs.
It's part of the transformation. It's not. It would help with the water. It wouldn't help with his form.
Okay, but would that be like should I buff
I
him
mean,
with
either way,
this?
he'd still only move 5 feet.
Right, but I would just
That would
wonder
be
if
his move speed.
I don't know. I mean, would it be I mean, moving through the water is considered difficult, right? I mean, granted, we can just I guess fast forward him walking through the water anyway, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's going to make some strength saves against
Okay.
the oncoming water.
Okay. So we'll just let him do his thing
Yeah,
unassisted, if you will.
if you're giving him advantage on the strength saves and just taking a while, then I'm just going to give it to you guys. It's just going to take a while, but like
Okay.
with enough advantage at strength saves with him, he would eventually get it.
Because he's moving.
The take 20, but it's actually like 2 hours.
It's like a take 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a just
And he's
going through the stuff up river.
3
I'll
hours
be doing
later.
Your
While he's
idea
doing
is
that-
to push him up, what, 50 feet, 100 feet, whatever it is, and then drop rope through to go down, and then you catch it, and then or he pulls you up, or you pull your way up, or something like that?
Yeah.
We can climb up.
Okay. Is that
I'm
what you
gonna-
guys used to do?
I'm going to spend part of that time seeing if I can pack my now dried clothes and stuff in my bag and like have it waterproofed. So like when it gets to the other side, I'm not miserable.
Lucky.
You got prestidigitation, right? Or we have that rug for it. We can all like.
Do have that, don't we? I forgot about that thing.
So drying off is a matter of like, hey, dry off, and then you wipe your feet and you're good, right?
I've got thaumaturgy, the other one.
Dry off.
I can yell at it until it dries.
So Arantis is gonna go into the thing. He's gonna get all bigly, and then
Bigly
go on
robot.
through.
You've
Do we
never seen
wanna-
Guardian mode like this, folks. He's moving through the water, so much water.
Do we want to like take a natural bathroom break with him
I was
walking up the
just about
stream?
to say, I would like everybody to roll one more wisdom save, and then we're going on break.
I wish our loading screen was just him slowly walking, like through the water.
Benny, where are you, Benny? Are you near me, Benny?
Why do you assume it's Benny?
No, I mean, because you give me the +4. Right? My roll is
Oh,
flat.
yeah,
Benny's
yeah.
with
Otherwise-
Yeah, we want to be
everybody.
near you for the boost.
Benny's with everybody.
Your safety
yes.
is irrelevant. We just need your aura.
Oh, wait, it's +4. Yay!
Okay.
You could be in manacles. We just need to be close to you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll come back.
All right.
Oh no, Hunter.
Let me hit the break screen.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we're back, and Arantis is drowning. Press play.
Enter the second VHS.
Please insert disc 2.
So
Morgan.
So we're back.
We are.
Okay. So Arantis has gone up through the water with some rope, has started climbing to pass it down through to you guys at some point. Sorry, just checking on what my dogs are doing. Okay. So you guys kind of wait. And other than the water kind of coming in, it's eerily silent. Hunter, you hear a message in your head as if from a sending spell. It's from Poe. And he says, Hunter, you must get back down into town at once. As quick, it's your father. He's in grave danger. We need you here as soon as possible. And then it just eventually cuts out after 25 words. And Poe sounded terrified.
Poe, come in. Send again. Shit, y'all. Poe just sent to me. He's something's going on down back at home.
What do you mean?
He sounded panicked. He was like, I think something terrible's happened at home.
Richard, I would like to roll. Would it be an insight on suspicion that, like, this is the same weirdness that happened to Audra earlier? Or would it be a different kind of roll?
Before you do that, a couple other things. Anwar, as you're looking around, you notice there's something that something shiny kind of catches your eye at the bottom of the water where it's a little, like, where it's not running so much.
Hold on, let me get my Lord of the Rings.
If you want to do a perception check, you can try to do that, or if you want to jump down and investigate and try to look and see what it is, you can do that.
I'll take a look.
Okay.
My camera will zoom in on what it is.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that. Okay. It looks like a clay jar that has an inscription on it that is in gold around the ring of it. So I'll say that's going on.
I don't like this place.
Yeah, so between that and Hunter, yeah, Audra, if you want to roll on any...
Yeah.
Well, first of all, before you do that, Anwar, what do you do when you see that that's down there?
Anwar's very concerned. He is going to kind of hop down into the water and kind of investigate. Definitely. It's there's no way. But he
You hop down in there with your armor. You kind of sink down pretty quick. It's not too deep, so you can kind of reach the bottom, and the water's up to your neck, so you can still breathe and everything. But you kind of lunge down, get it, bring it back up, and you look at it, and there is an inscription in gold around this clay jug which has a case on it, or a cap or whatever, a clay cap. And it is, the language of the inscription is primordial, specifically the fire version of primordial. What is that? Ingi or something?
Ignan.
Yeah. It is written in there with the name Aganaz.
No, wait, guys.
Why did you roll? You rolled so good, though. Shit. Sorry.
Guys, don't freak out, but I think I found my great grandfather. And he's gonna show while his hands are shaking.
Do we see anything in his hands?
Audra, you see it. You all see it. It's there. So Audra, you notice that, and you notice Hunter freaking out all of a sudden because he's gotten this terrible message. If you'd like to roll anything
Okay.
based off of your own experience, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely an insight, please. It's weird that if we all see the lamp or whatever
It
you
wouldn't
call
be
it.
insight, I don't think. I think it'd be like investigation or something. You're trying to piece together different
Okay. So it's just going to be
pieces
flat.
of a puzzle.
Ooh, all right.
You're cracking a case wide open, like,
I'll
hold
take
up.
that. Yeah.
There was something messing with my mind. Now all of a sudden they think there's stuff
Yeah.
going on. And also a piece together, there was that talk of this huge monster thing that may have been manifested through fear.
Yeah.
So all of that together is leading you to, like, there's some shenanigans going on.
Okay. So I'm immediately like, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to like, I'm not going to like wrestle it from his hand, but I'm going to like walk right up to Anwar and point, and I'm going to be like, Anwar, look at me. You need to put that down right now. I don't know what it is, but it's not your ancestor. I promise you it's not. I saw some stuff back there, and that's not it. And Hunter, I don't know what's freaking you out back there, but we can message your father or we can message Poe right now and make sure that everything is okay, because I gotta... whatever happened to me back there in that tunnel where I thought I was gone from all of you, it was just some sort of illusion, and clearly you two are being affected by the same illusion right now, and we can't let that stop our progress.
Audra, look, it's real. He said that he was east. I'm not gonna relax. I'm not gonna open it, but I am gonna study.
Well, hey, can Peepaw Aggie over there? Can he teleport us back home? Just real quick.
If you, I could send to your father right now if it'll make you feel better, Hunter. Richard, what is, like, so Anwar is holding like this object?
He is holding an object. Yeah, he's holding this clay vase or jug.
Okay.
With we'll call it a jug with a cork in it. With a gold inscription that wraps around it.
Okay, so I'm seeing the same inscription and everything.
Yeah. It's there. You could like
Jeez,
feel
okay.
it and touch it. It's there.
That's extra weird.
Think about it, Audra. This thing hasn't been found for centuries, possibly millennia. It's underground in a river. Someone must have tossed it here centuries ago, hoping it would never be found. And here it is. Right here for me.
Anwar.
I mean, that makes sense, right? If I was going to lock away like some fire guy, I'd put it in a bunch of water underground.
Anwar.
How about we separate these two just really quickly?
In
How
a
about
moment.
we separate these two?
Chimera, can you take Hunter or something?
No, he's onto something though.
Come here, darling. Come
Anwar,
here.
look at me. You were in communication with... We know its name, right? We know it's called Agonazar, or do we not know that? You've told us. You've brought us up to speed, right? Okay.
Yeah. Hold up, just because Benny rolled a total of 14.
Oh, sorry.
While all that's going
don't tell me we gotta worry about him too.
Benny, you hear something kind of from the further side of the cave. You hear the clanking of some armor making some steps, and you hear a thought in your head. It sounds like it's in your head, not reverberating against the walls or anything. You just hear a, "You fucking bastard. I finally found you." So anyways, a number of people are having
Was that the sound of you hit the ellipses on the dialogue wheel? Just an
yeah. Yeah, so Benny does like sort of move behind Audra. I don't know, where are we actually in this cave?
We should position ourselves. That might be better.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. I'm so sorry that the map seems to be like broken. I don't know why there's this line that seems to cut it off.
Do you just want to give it universal?
The other side of the line, you can then see a whole other chunk of the cave.
Do you want to give it just universal lighting real quick, Richard?
Yeah, I could probably just do that.
We're pretty good at not metaing or anything.
Yeah, at this point you probably have like looked around, seen the whole cave, so I'll just turn off.
Yeah, there's a dragon in the corner. We just ignore it.
You found Tarask River. Also,
but
I think we've been in this river in every campaign at some point.
Can you see the whole thing now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
Even the little nipple right here.
Actually, yeah, all this makes sense because Anwar's in the water looking up with the jar. Okay, yeah. So Benny, or is Anwar not in the water now?
I would have moved over. I'm
Yeah,
assuming
so
it's
I'm
right here.
like here.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. I think Benny like sort of like backs up so that like he's in the middle of
Mhm.
all of you. And be like, there may be more problems coming. Can Benny roll to see if he understands these things? Because it's probably not his first time.
What is he trying to roll exactly?
This would be another memory for Benny to see if he remembers what happens in this place.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Um,
In this place, you just mean in the whole domain?
yeah. That because like I'm assuming that this, yeah. It's so perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, no.
I know nothing.
I will say that he recognizes the voice as the leader of his party. He will recognize that, but besides that, he doesn't
Yeah, he
really
doesn't.
remember exactly how to make sense of any of it.
He doesn't say anything about that, but he just says like he very much is terrified of it. So there may be more problems coming. And he
Great,
pulls out
you
his
two.
great sword.
I look over at Chimera, who's I guess like calming Hunter with just this look of just like, what are we doing? This is, oh no. You're muted.
You're muted.
I don't have shit for nothing.
No, I'm not. To be clear, I'm not looking at you
Right.
like do
No,
something, but
right.
just it's that look
But,
of like,
like-
oh great.
All I can do is be a useless mom.
So yeah, Hunter, Anwar, and Benny are all going through a thing right now. Let's go back to Hunter because he was first, and we'll just kind of
Okay.
cycle through. I know there's a lot all at once, but there's just a lot of failures at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's how the rolls go.
Yep.
Were they really failing at like 14 though? Didn't
Yep.
Anwar get like a 14?
I think 15 is the DC.
So Hunter,
might-
what's going on?
Sorry.
Cammy, if something happened to Paul, then like we gotta do something. Like
I agree with you, like, wholeheartedly. But let's take a moment, let's breathe, and let's see if Audra can't reach out to your father, right?
yeah. Well, do you think Anwar's ancestor in a jar over there, jarred Peepins, can get us there fast? Maybe I don't know, like some of that, magic.
Hypothetically and realistically, I don't think maybe summoning an evil genie is the way to go necessarily. Though he might not be evil, he might be
Why
a
gotta
super
assume he's
nice guy. I don't know. I don't
Hey, Cammy.
completely trust Ronan, to be honest, some days. Why don't we just hang tight for just a moment? And that is with all due respect. I know he's great, but he also put a demon on you and we had to fight it. So his intentions might be good, but his actions are a little questionable.
Who, Anwar's grandpappy?
No, your friend.
Wait, what's Ronan got to do with this?
Never mind. How about we just wait for just a moment? Let's speak with Audra and see if she can't maybe reach out to Caleb. And maybe we can't put your mind at ease just a little bit.
All right.
Speaking of Audra, Audra is currently trying to talk down Anwar.
Yeah.
Audra and Anwar, what's going on with you two?
Anwar, just answer me this.
Yes.
I didn't look. I didn't see your camera for a second. Answer me this.
Oh my god!
Oh my yes.
When I was back there, I saw something I didn't want to see, something that worried me, something that scared me. Are you afraid of what is inside that jar? Or is
Terribly so, yes. But
okay?
thought of knowing more is
Open it.
very
Okay. But
tempting.
so okay.
Don't you get it? I this next to Cerebro, this is by far the most dangerous thing in our world. And now I have it. So now I don't have to worry about it. Except for the fact that I have it. So I have to worry about it.
Oh,
But other than that,
will you
all
put
of
it in
our
your
problems
bag?
are solved. They say don't put two interdimensional spaces together. It can cause problems.
Hey, do you remember that time there were wolves and I said I wasn't gonna leave you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna poof go invisible to hopefully make this a little easier and try to just yoink that out of his hands.
All right, they're gonna be a contested strength check, or I guess it's similar to a grapple. So Audra, I need a strength check from you.
Yeah.
Anwar, I need a strength or a dexterity. Because she is invisible, I'll give her advantage on roll because she's got a little bit of an advantage in this situation.
All right. I'm giving you. What am I giving you? Sorry, athletics.
Yep.
Strength.
You can do so at advantage because you're invisible.
Is it athletics or strength?
It's athletics.
Okay. All right.
It's the same for me.
Well,
nope, he's got a tight.
You got a tight grip on your nightmare jar.
When you try to grab it, the new gauntlets of ogre strength that Anwar adapted into his suit.
Forgot about those.
Like all of them suddenly activate. Like a bunch of steams, like it's like all like snap into place, and like you cannot move this thing.
And then
so
I become visible again upon doing that.
Pierre's like trying to get Audra's attention. She turns invisible. So like everything's getting chaotic right now. And the only one who notices lurking up around a corner is Benny.
Wait, that's actually here?
Yep.
I thought he was also seeing things.
Coming around. At first, none of you guys notice because you're all dealing with your own stuff. But then just this corner right here, right behind it, coming around, you see this big hulking guy's like suit of armor, a helmet on, but like through the helmet there's no face. There is a jar with a brain inside of it. And you just hear like telepathically, Benny, you're the only one who hears this. But it's just kind of like limping forward, and it has a big ass great sword thing stepping forward, just like, you've been lucky enough to die. I've had to endure all of it.
He screams audibly, and as soon as he would have seen the thing, because I messaged you privately, Benny goes invisible.
All right, you go ahead and do that. So for everyone else, after you hear him scream, there's kind of like a quick look around, and for anybody who can roll above a 1, you don't need to worry about rolling. Imagine this thing, but with a helmet on. It basically is fueled with like this almost like fire-ish energy running through the armor itself, and it's just stepping forward, lurking, kind of like a Terminator, heading towards you guys. And I'm going to need an initiative roll, please.
Okay.
What
the heck is this?
Before people go too long, let's go back in here now. Put him there.
Sydney, do you have any dark synth battle recommendations for this one?
Oh, hold on. Hey. Zach.
Dark synth, isn't that like Darth Maul's master?
Ooh, do you want like a Stranger Things theme, or would you prefer something called Virus, which is a cold dark synthwave mix?
I like that one.
I just pulled up Virus actually. Yeah, let's go with that
nice.
one.
Give me whatever one I can play on stream.
Or Abyss. Abyss is very good.
Ooh.
As long as it's not too attention, but it's like I feel like with this, it's a little something extra.
Yeah, no, Astral Throb is solid. Like he's on one of my watch lists.
So this thing was a part of Benny's party? This brain jar soldier?
You, the player, has heard that. As the PC,
Yeah.
no idea. This
Interesting.
crazy, horrific thing coming towards you.
Benny, were you a good guy by chance or a bad guy?
Roll for it.
Benny's gone. He disappeared.
Arantis is not here at the moment.
Right.
He's off the
Oh right, I forgot.
map. He is off the map.
Ooh, this is a sick track.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta run Lasers and Liches sometimes. I donated to it years ago, and I got the PDF somewhere, but
Is that basically 80s synth D&D?
it's like I don't know what that trope is, but if you're familiar with this is a terrible reference, the Teen Titans Go, the Night Begins to Shine world, where it's all like
Sorry.
blazers and like motorcycles, guitars, spiky hair. It's like Mad Max, but it's 80s Tron and also fantasy kind of.
Lasers and lich. Oh yeah, here we go.
Hey,
Oh, interesting. It's like so it's like Blood Dragon.
can you roll me a D10, please?
Yes, Blood Dragon.
Did you
Who
say
rolls a D10?
me and Sid?
D10, please.
I think we're breaking a tie.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
It's still funny that the two people in their sanity are the ones who have to go last.
Yep. Okay.
I could luck it, but I feel like maybe saving our luck is probably better.
Yeah.
Benny, got 11. Okay. All right. So, Benny, you've gone invisible. Boom, 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 boom. Just kind of marching on up.
Oh shit!
Kira, you are right in the way of where Benny was. He's going to start taking some attacks at you. What's your AC right now? Ooh, that's kind
19.
Hey, Richard,
Sorry,
super
what
quick
did you say it
question.
was?
Sorry.
19.
19. Okay. He's going to swing his big great sword towards you one way, and then you're able to kind of like dodge to the left, and then he's going to swing across towards you, and you're able to take a step back and dodge that. And that is its turn. Anwar.
Did he connect with?
He did not.
Anwar is just kind of like still very protective of the jar. Like he can't drop it, he can't let it go now. He needs to protect it, so he's just going to have his arm transform into the lightning launcher, and he's going to take 2 shots on this guy because it's too close for his comfort. Actually, is his suit of armor glowing red?
Oh yeah,
Does he feel hot to be near?
he does.
Okay, good to know. He's going to take 2 shots.
Okay.
I'm going to guess a 10 misses.
Yep.
How's a 23 sound?
23 definitely hits.
An extra D6 on it for the first hit. So, I don't know if this was your intention or not, but I am taking a little bit of Bilbo inspiration here.
Okay.
Amar is off his mojo when it comes to like targeting and fighting this thing for obvious reasons. The first one goes wide, but the second one manages to connect with 10 lightning damage.
All right. Kind of hits him, kind of shocks through a bit, kind of stuns for a second, but then he continues on. Anything else on your turn?
How deep is this water here?
I said it goes up to about your neck. It would definitely be rough terrain to go through.
He's got some. I guess he's gonna walk through and keep it over his head, the jar over his head.
Okay.
And that's, if it's rough terrain, he's got 35 movement. Half of that, I think that gets him like here. Or it'd be like, if you round up, it'd be 20. So
Yeah. Generally,
so just kind of get up
around down to things, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much in this case.
Well, would you? Is here okay then? So it's still kind of in the water a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Benny, as you begin to make your choices, you just hear in your head like, "You're not gonna run away from this one, Benny."
You know, it's funny you say that because Benny will absolutely run away from this. And that's 30 feet over here. And let's just have him do another 30 feet.
Okay. As you're like bolting and running. First of all, this guy doesn't have any eyes. He's a brain in a jar, and he's just gonna say like, "You can't run. I can feel you." All right, Hunter.
Okay. Well, Hunter's gonna draw my beer and the dagger, and he's gonna rush around to flank, and let's go to Stabby Town. He's not lit up or anything, is he?
No, he's not lit up or anything, but you do get the +1 for flanking.
Okay. No advantage, but
Ooh.
18, so plus the 1, 19.
That actually will not hit this thing.
Then I will add. That is bizarre, and I hate it.
Wait. Did you, you're flanking, did you add the +2? Or whatever it is?
I thought it was just plus 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that would be plus
however-
9.
Just a reminder, you have precision strike if you want to use it.
Is that a short rest or a long rest?
Did you already use it?
That's a long rest.
I don't have it. I don't seem to have it right now, so I
I
must
don't
have
remember
used
you
it.
using it last time.
I don't remember using it either.
Yeah, I don't recall you using, but maybe you used it sometime during the.
You might have used it in the
Fight
skirmish in the trenches.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably did. Alright, well I'm gonna swing with my offhand with the Dagger of Poisoning Mind. Try
Okay,
and get a stab on.
that'll hit.
Hell yeah. Technically that should be 22.
That's
So I
still
don't-
gonna hit.
And then it's gonna throw some damage, but it shouldn't be 3d8 necrotic. That's the special attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just 1d4 plus.
Sneak attack.
Okay. Sorry, one sec. 1d4 plus. Just the +1? Do I add my dex mod to that? Do you add dex mod to offhand?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Unless you have a 2-weapon fighting feat or something.
Okay, gotcha. So then that and sneak attack. Alright.
Alright, 10 damage total. That is a magical weapon. Alright. Good. You heard it.
And I'm gonna hiss at him.
Yep, the Mabir, you strike at it, it just kind of clangs off the armor. And so your dagger, you get a little more precision in between its flanks, and it seems to just like almost like you're attacking a force field. There's just like a wave of energy that goes through, kind of red energy that's in between the plates that just kind of like ripples out inside of its body.
Weird.
Or whatever's kind of like a body. All right, so that's a total of 10. Happens to be the same amount that Anwar did. All right, Audra, what do you want to do?
So I'm also going to step forward to hit it. And as I go to swing, the little bit of vines start forming around my grip, around the handle, as I ready my ensnaring strike.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack it with that. All right, let's see what happens here. Bonus to activate those vines, of course. Is 19 enough?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna use one of my divinities and make it enough, because I assume a 29 is enough.
Yeah, that's definitely enough.
All right. So I'm gonna hit it. It's going to have to give a strength saving throw. Is it right now? Next time you hit writhing mass. Okay, so it does its strength saving throw now when it's hit by it.
Okay.
But regardless, I'm doing my damage and my extra radiant damage.
Okay. And I think I gave you a boost that said it does it at disadvantage on the first one.
I thought I had advantage. I know I have advantage to keep it concentrated if I swing and miss. I don't remember if there was anything else.
Okay.
And it is considered a level 2 for when damage is done if it happens.
Okay. So you strike, and so the 2d8 is just your normal damage?
Yeah, so it's 7 radiant and 7 slashing.
Yeah, you cut through and get a good hit on him.
Yeah.
But he's able to, like, resist the vines. He's a big, beefy, strong dude.
He gets a good strength save?
Yep.
Alright. Well, still did damage.
Yep, it was a 23.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else on Otter's turn?
No, because that was a bonus and an action.
Alright, Chimera.
Really quickly, just for clarification, I get pack tactics, so I have advantage, but I'm also flanking. Do I still get that +1? Like, do those stack? Or no?
Oh, we said yes for that.
Oh, did we?
stack.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you get the +1 and the advantage.
Okay, making sure.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him because I'm a little paranoid about summoning any more echoes.
Okay.
So we're gonna attack. Nice. 28. And 20? Or 22.
22. Sorry. Oh yeah, 22 definitely hits. Yep.
Okay. So that's gonna be 2d8 plus 12 plus 2d6. 36.
36 just on one hit.
That was 2. Sorry.
Okay, so it's 22 and 20.
22 and 28.
Oh yeah. Okay, yep. All right, 36 total damage. Wow, yeah, you slice through the hell out of this thing. You cut it up, and it is going to essentially explode. All that fire energy in there basically is going to boom. All three of you right next to it. I need you to make dex saves, please.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I did not like the amount of dice I just heard. Oh, I do not.
I'm gonna luck that.
Does count as
Yeah, I don't feel like
An
my 15 is gonna be enough. This might hurt.
a saving throw? Oh,
Not much better.
dang. Okay. You said dex save?
Yes, dex save, please. So 13 for Chimera, 15 for Audra, 17 for Hunter. Okay, Chimera, especially since your blades are the one that's like wrecking its shit and you're right in there, you're just taking that full force as it explodes and pushes you back for a total of 29 damage. The other two will take half of that. You'll take 14 fire damage. Hunter, I believe you half that because you're a tiefling.
I do.
So you only take
that's
7 damage.
Do I half it again for as a reaction doing uncanny dodge?
It's gotta
only
be an
for
attack.
Actual attacks. It's not very
Okay.
good.
But you're still quartering it.
Yep. So anyways, yeah, this thing blows up, and Benny, you just hear one last like, "This isn't over. We're all gonna find you."
I'd like to channel
alright.
my inner Brendan Fraser and be like, "What the fuck, Benny?" Like just.
I am gonna like.
Let me talk
He's
to
even
my
on the
buddy
other
Benny.
side of the river too.
I'm gonna like. I'm gonna like put a hand on Kamira's shoulder, like as soon as we stand up from the blast, just like, okay, something is extra weird here because when I had my hallucination and didn't see any of you, I was the only one affected. But
Oh, you totally missed it. I had an echo attack us, technically.
okay, so you
So-
saw something, but we're all
Everybody
seeing.
saw it.
I missed it, but
Well,
we're all seeing that jar Anwar has, and we all fought that. So
yes.
either we're getting closer to something worse, or I don't know. But this is not sitting well with me right now.
Also, hey, could you maybe message
Yeah,
Poe?
yeah.
Or
Can you check
Caleb?
on? Can you check on Anwar? I think he's on the other side of the water.
Yeah,
Aw, sweetheart.
Okay, so I'm
you
just
made
gonna.
it to the other side. What do you do?
Come here, Anwar, buddy. Darling boy.
Meanwhile,
All I do is make carpets. Come here.
No, go away.
Meanwhile, Arantis is just standing upriver,
Jar.
like checking his watch. Are they coming soon? I'm gonna run up, put hands on like Hunter's shoulders. Hunter, I can message your pa right now, and we can make sure he's okay. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So, Richard, I'll use a sending
It's
spell.
all right to make sure your dad's not dead. Come on, man.
Richard, I'll use ascending, and it's gonna be quick and simple. It's just gonna be, Paul, how are things in? I almost said in Centra. That is the wrong game. Paul,
Riverbed.
yeah, Paul, how are things in Riverbed? It's just that's all it's gonna be, just straight and simple.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. How are things in Riverbed? No, that's all I'm gonna say for now. Because if it turns into a weird thing where Hunter's like, I need to hear something only he would know, that would be like a second message. Because Audra wouldn't think to do that initially.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So yeah, you'll hear a message back pretty shortly. Ah, heck, things are going just fine. A little bit better than expected, even.
I relay
How's
that.
Hunter?
I relay that verbatim to Hunter.
I kind of squint my eyes at Audra a little bit. Do a little insight check.
Go for it. A little unsure, but you think she's at least getting that message, but gosh, is she being messed with? Who knows? Would Pa even know about a potential coup against him? Maybe he thinks everything's fine, but it's not. Who knows?
And Poe says everything's cool. Well,
Should I message Poe as well?
I guess if you got the energy later, still early. It's all right.
Okay. Do you want to go over by the rope and get ready to start climbing through?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay, well, I'll be over there in a minute. And I'll start crossing the bridge to, I guess, check on Benny, but if you want to do Kamira first. Oh, Anwar's, like, out of the cave, jeez.
Yeah, Benny, you've been invisible for a bit. What are you doing now?
Benny will definitely stay invisible.
Oh, then I'm just walking right into you, I guess.
But yeah, as Audra gets close, he's like, "Oh, you all did very well with killing it."
What was that? You seemed very familiar.
I have no idea.
I will insight him on that, just to make
Okay.
sure. I know he's not remembering things well, but, you know,
Yep.
seeing this was remembering well or if he's hiding anything. So I do have good insight.
Alrighty. That's a really good insight. So, what exactly were you?
When he said he had no idea what that thing was. Like, is that true?
Okay. You're detecting a bit of BS with that 21. You're detecting that he knows more than he's letting on.
Benny,
He's hiding stuff from you.
Benny, you've been here I don't know how long. You've clearly tangled with a lot of things around here. I refuse to believe that you've never encountered whatever that was before. You were the first one to run. You didn't stand and fight it like you did that much more intimidating thing in the tunnel. You ran away very quickly. I don't know if you have a personal connection. I don't know if there's a vendetta or a grudge or something going on. But I know you're not telling me the whole truth right now.
There are many things here, many creatures and evil things. Maybe I have fought it once and I don't remember. I have bad problems with my memory, but maybe it just I am afraid because it is so powerful and exploded.
Well, when you remember what it was and why it's so powerful and scary to you, will you tell me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to go over by the rope and wait for everybody else?
Yes, I think that would be good.
Okay. And then I'm from my perch on the bridge, I'm just going to like look over and see what's going on with Kamira and Anwar.
Okay. Kamira and Anwar, what's going on with you two?
I'm not going to try to take it from you. I think.
Audra already tried and she failed.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
going to because I do
got special
believe
gloves now.
that's yours by right, of course. But what are we going to do with it? Because you can't carry it through battle, darling. You can see that, right? That would be a hindrance, really.
Obviously. Not.
Okay, right?
Yeah. Also, if it breaks, it could end the world. So
Yeah,
that's a problem. Hear me out. Hear me out.
sure.
I'm not a fool, okay? I know that this place creates lots of illusions. In our greatest fears, your echo attacked you, and that guy, whoever he was. Here's the thing. They were all real. They were all real. So this place brings real things here. So this must be real. This has to be real. The logic is flawless. Come on. You have to be here with me.
I do agree with you that things have been real. Audra didn't see anybody, but she seemed fine. We saw an echo come and attack me. We saw that, of course. Like, it's been real. But we also want to be very, very careful with it. I don't want to take it from you, but...
I just want to talk to him. I just want to make sure he's...
You're going to talk to him? Are you just going to, like... How are we going to do this, darling?
So Anwar's going to kind of pull the jar up to his face, and what does it say? Ignin is a series of clicks
And hisses.
and hisses.
Yeah.
So much like the crackle of a fire. You're going to hear, possibly for the first time, Anwar speak Ignin, where it's just like, and like, in subtitles, it's like, hey, are you in there? Can you shake the jar or make it glow or something if you're in there? But speaking Ignin is pretty off-putting. It's pretty like
He's been possessed.
Richard, if I start to hear Anwar say that from where I am actually going to cast tongues on myself so that I understand what he is saying.
Okay. You go ahead and do that, and you hear what he was saying to the to the jug.
Yeah, like just like hearing like a weird like I'm gonna just like do a little like whoop kind of thing so I can hear whatever it is he just said.
And you guys are burning spell slots. Okay.
hey, I know it's probably not real. Can you shake the jar? Say something? What? Hello? How does this work? I'm right here. You spoke to me in my mind. How does this work?
I've been hearing things too, darling.
Sorry, Richard.
I was just saying, you hear nothing back. Nothing happens to it. It's just no response.
And Hunter said that he was hearing voices too.
This is real.
I agree, it's a very tangible thing, just as other threats have been, but they have been threats.
Look, it says clearly on the side here, here lies Agonazar. Release him and worry. The end of the world shall come. It's clear as day, right there on the side.
Okay, sure. Can we maybe put that in like a super strong box and like make sure nothing happens with it in the event that it is real, because I don't want to completely discount it because things have been real.
I got a sack. That work?
If you want, yes, I think so. Just
Think
not the
I'll borrow it.
magical one, because that sounds bad.
I mean, I've never tested it before, but
I don't want you to, not down here.
if there's like a bag or a sack or something, some kind of like thing like that, Anwar's gonna kind of slide it in there and kind of secure it as best he can, and then just kind of tie it like over his back or around his waist, so
Okay.
it's kind of like slung over his back.
Wonderful. Do you feel okay with that?
Yeah. I feel fine. I feel
Okay.
fine.
I
This is a
know that
good thing.
you are a very smart, very reasonable boy, young man. I just want us to be safe, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I want to
I'm not
insight check that.
Go for it. Insight check.
You're a smart, reasonable boy. I just want us to be safe. Yes.
That's a damn good insight.
Don't you lie to your not mom.
You would be irresponsible to just leave and see. Like, what if someone else besides me were to find it? They could do anything. They could let it. They could open it, and then who knows what could happen. It's best if it's with me, and I can hide it again, or talk to him. Maybe it could help me deal with our other problems.
Would you like me to carry it?
You get thrown around a lot. No offense, Miss Kamira.
That's true. All right, just keep your wits about you, please.
Oops. Sorry, what?
Goddamn.
That's nothing.
I think just not to set the super smart science kid off. I'm not gonna fight him on it. I'm gonna let him have it, but also I want to keep tabs on the kid.
Yeah, the pot just like invisibly just like
Yeah, just
Shortly after that, you just see a little rope. I imagine there's like a little something like tied like a weight at the end of it just to like help it kind of come down. And
it's his hand. It's like his hand tied, and it's like
this is the rocket punch hand. He used the detachable hand to like weigh it down, so it kind of went down, and you see it just kind of like waving there.
All right, is everybody ready to get out of here? Yes?
Very much, please. Would like it.
Kamira,
Okay.
I think maybe you or I should go first, then the other should go last, just to, you know.
Sure. I guess I'll go first if you want.
Sure.
Was the plan for you all to like grab on and then Aranta was going to pull you up, or was it like you guys
Maybe
were just
a mix.
going to swim?
I thought it was just like a climbing to assist with it.
Maybe,
I figured like you could pull yourself up
Yeah.
against the water.
But probably
Okay.
a one at a time move so that
Because you have the rope,
anchoring
I
everybody.
will lower the DC quite a bit. I need athletics checks from everybody.
Alright,
good.
alright.
That's not the worst thing in the world.
Oh, an athletics check?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? It's a check?
Athletics check, please.
Son of a fuck.
Please. That's my father.
Oh, that guidance is really gonna be the difference.
Oh.
I don't want to waste another
Rolled over from a 16.
fucking luck on a climb.
Each of you got at least 10.
Oh, thank
So,
God. Okay.
Audra, you struggle the most, but you are all able to pull and swim up to get up through the water and over to the other side. As you come up for air, you see in front of you, looking around, given your amount of vision.
Yeah, by the way, I have none. Unless, I guess I can strike up another torch when I get to the other side.
Oh, because you
But
never got vision?
No, so I was climbing that dark river blind, which is kind of terrifying.
Oh.
The idea of like
Light
being
up my
underwater
sword.
just doing this is kind of terrifying.
I mean, I've got some fishing line. I could like do something where like, you know, it's not
I mean,
carrying you, but it's like tugs and stuff.
I'm following the rope. Like it's fine as far as where I need to go. I'm just saying when I come up on the other side, I'm coming up in darkness and I need to strike the torch again.
The passage is fairly narrow. It was just barely big enough for Arantis to get through in his large form. But eventually you go through, and then there's kind of an opening, and you can come up for air. And you look forward. There is what looks like it's a big lake of water, and just kind of off to the right, there's a bank where you see Arantis, who seems to be kneeling down. Not facing you, though, facing the opposite direction. But right in front of you is this big sunken ship that is cracked into. It is like completely flooded up with water, but some of it's still sticking up out of the water. And it's got some the sails on it are still up and kind of dangling torn, and they carry like the kind of typical pirate banner with skull and bones and stuff. So you guys see all of that. Let me bring you to another map.
Is there potentially a giant eel that lives inside the boat?
Or a vast amount of gold.
Oh yes, this is a big time. Sid is right. This is big time Goonies.
Yeah, this is very bizarre. Seems kind of out of place, obviously. But in any case, you see all of that going on, and you can. Arantis is still in his big form, and he's kneeled down on one knee, and you hear him murmuring something over on the other side, but you can't really see what's on the other side.
No. Fucking robots affected. God damn it.
Is your friend all right?
Is he murmuring in common?
No, he's murmuring an old Elvish that language that at this point you can recognize but not understand.
Well,
wait,
hold
can
that thought
we
because
understand it?
hold that thought because I cast tongues and it lasts for an hour.
Oh, then Audra does understand.
So what is he saying?
Benny, I would say would not understand it. He's not that old.
Okay.
But Audra, you hear him saying, like, just this is kind of like murmuring out, but just because of the cave walls, it kind of echoes a bit, and you can hear that he's saying, like, I thought I lost you forever. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you hear a little girl's voice who is crying, saying, like, I thought you'd be there for me. I thought you were supposed to protect me.
And she's speaking in the same tongue, I assume.
She's speaking in the same tongue as him, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as you guys kind of get closer and start looking, you can hear this little girl's voice also speaking in this old Elvish language, but Audra is the only one who's hearing her. Are you guys going right up to her, or going right up to Arantis? What are you guys doing?
I might make like a waving motion, just like, guys, we should let this play out and see what's going on. It gives us a chance to learn more about what's going on with our friend over there, and I can understand.
All right. Very briefly, everybody could see the giant ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Good. Okay, I just wanted to make
what
sure.
ship?
Don't play like that here. Don't play like that here. Why would you do that?
I don't actually do that.
I think Hunter is going to kind of cautiously and quietly kind of move around to the other side, just in case something does pop off. We're not in like a big old cluster.
Audra's gonna make a motion like, don't interrupt. Like, let's see how this plays out, because we might learn something. You know what I mean?
So I would say, Hunter, you don't quite get that far. You maybe get to like just around him when you see that he's talking with this little elven girl, and she's looking up at him, and at first she's just crying, but then she starts to get angry, like, you failed me because of you. Now, and like her hair is gonna start to fall out, and her skin's gonna start to kind of fall off to look like a little zombie thing, and be like, now look at me. And she's going to like bring her teeth out and like lunge forward to try to bite at the wood in there. And so gonna need another initiative for this one.
Well, this is his fight. I think we should check the boat out.
All right.
To us before.
You have fun, Arantis.
I don't know, guys. These aren't undead. See you later.
This also might be some weird cross-programming for him, where like if he's supposed to fight undead, but it's someone he knows. You know what I mean?
Dang, this little girl got a nat 20 on initiative. She's pissed at him.
Dude, little girls.
That's like the little karate girl from. It's like the little karate girl from Barry, in the first season. For anyone that's watched that.
Great episode.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I already rolled for Arantis accidentally. What's the modifier? Oh, he's +1. Okay. We'll just use his. That's fine because the other one.
Did I miss something?
Something was fun. I don't know what it was.
All right, hold on. That's pretty good. I'll show that to. We'll show that to stream maybe. An attempt at editing Ryan.
I had content aware on it.
Oh god.
That's just like
that's great.
It's like a music video or something.
You know what?
No,
I need to have.
That's my movie poster. It's my jar.
Can you make that your new Facebook cover photo, Ryan?
Sure.
You should just put that as is, Artem.
I
Just
thought you
make
were
it a break
at
from
the
the
little
normal style.
dying elf girl at first because you started giggling right when that happened. I was like,
That is
what
so
the
messed
fuck?
Yeah, I was like looking in chat for a link. Like, did somebody? I missed something.
No, I'm so sorry.
No,
No,
that's
it's
hilarious. Content aware does funny things.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
119, not bad.
I'm being a cat.
I guess they might be hearing
And a meow 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 and a meow meow meow.
the artificial thunder made by men.
Oh, man. Alrighty. Okay, so little girl's going first. And first of all, Hunter, when you come around, she's gonna look over at you and give you a really freaking dreadful glare. I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
You are unaffected by her evil, scary glare. At first, it looks frightening, but you can power through this. You've seen worse. Anyway, so with that, she's going to try to bite at the wood part of Arantis's body. It is a good thing that he's mostly metal and not as much wood. She tries to bite down. She bites her into the metal and just kind of screams a bit. That's her turn. Let's see, Audra.
I haven't gotten a chance to do this in this campaign yet. I'm gonna run forward with my sword up and just yell out like a power of Christ compels you. And I need that little zombie girl to make a wisdom save because I'm gonna try to turn undead.
Hey.
Is there a CR limit on that, or just any?
Destroy undead has a limit, but turn is anything.
Okay. What kind of saving throw was that?
Wisdom.
That's an 11, so that'll be a
She
failure.
fails, and she needs to. Oh, let me get the exact rules for you, because I've never done a turn undead before.
She starts to flee, right?
I
That's
think
what-
immediately they use their reaction to dash away.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though.
Yeah, let me.
You should
All right.
probably bear in mind that Arantis might retaliate because we're attacking his girl.
Well, that's fine. This at least gets her to back off, you know.
Oh yeah, I was just putting it out there.
Yeah. All right, here you go. So, turned for 1 minute until she takes damage. So that may happen in a moment anyway. Must spend. Can't within 30 feet of me. Okay, so it doesn't immediately move, but it can only take the dash action to try to get away from me.
Okay, so on its turn, all it can do is dash away from you.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
And I think I'm just gonna stop there. I don't think I'm gonna sprinkle on anything extra.
She screams in pure terror at the sight of that, and it looks like she's beginning to hightail it. Hunter, what do you do?
Running away. Do we let it run away? Or are we trying to murderize it?
She's pretty undead. Doesn't look like she's an actual innocent little girl, but maybe. Who knows? Things
I
are
will
crazy.
chase it down and skewer it, I suppose. Stab at it with my beer.
If that's what you want to do.
Does an 18 hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
12.
Oof, that hurts. She is going to use her reaction. As she's getting ready to run and you're stabbing her, you will have to move up a little bit. She's going to quickly turn around and try to bite you before running off.
Well, as soon as she takes damage, she's no longer turned.
Oh.
So she's no longer turned, but that still gets her off of Arantis, which was the goal there.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a nat 19 plus some stuff. So you stab her and she screams out. I would say that when you stab through, she does not feel like squishy flesh. She feels almost like you're stabbing wood. Like it's like really thick flesh. And she runs up and bites you right in the arm. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Don't like that.
Okay. So let's see. There is 7 piercing damage, followed by 15 necrotic damage goes through you. However, as painful as it is, you are able to fend off even worse effects.
I will go ahead and react with a Hellish Rebuke.
Just reactions upon reactions.
Yeah, react to her reaction. That's
This is the 3rd time that's rolled right there. Okay.
You said 7 and 22?
That is another nat 19, so she will take half of that. Actually, wait. No, she won't. Because she is vulnerable to fire. It evens out. So she'll take the full amount. So that's 14 fire damage to her. And she's lit up in flames, but she just stays on fire pretty much. She's partially on fire, and she's screaming like hell. And she turns to Arantis just screaming, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Huh. How much necrotic damage did you say I took?
15.
Okay.
And I'm guessing I'm still the only one that understands her screaming that.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like at that point we can kind of
figure it
get
out.
the context. You know, it's like she's saying, "I hate you." Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Arantis, Ryan, I know you've kind of been playing as him, and I thank you for that. So it's one less thing to worry about.
You can take him.
Normally he's like, kill the undead, kill the undead. Here he's really conflicted.
Yeah.
He may just not do anything in this case because he's so torn about, do I kill, do I protect, do I kill, do I protect? Clearly she meant something to him, and it's hard to kill this one.
How is he reacting to her being set on fire?
Similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi watching Anakin get set on fire, doing nothing about it.
Well, that did happen.
Oh no.
Look forward to our mini campaign.
On this one, Benny. Benny, you are seeing a child zombie set on fire. What do you do?
What a sentence.
Well, I have one question, or actually, I guess two. Has an hour passed since we went through the water and everything?
No.
Okay, so I'm still invisible then.
Okay.
Also, does Benny see that sword floating in the water?
This is just here for in case if anybody ever wants it. That's not in play right now. But if Audra ever summoned her sister blade.
Oh yeah, that which
I
I
see.
have not.
Okay. I was like, loot?
I'll take that in the echo off.
No, you can't. Good luck. You would not be able to wield that. I've decided that only Echo is worthy of wielding that ghost sword.
So Benny runs up behind it because he's invisible, and this seems like the perfect time to strike. And he's going to attack it at advantage because invisible +1 for flanking, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Just want to make sure I had the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my greatsword? There's the greatsword. So it would be this +1.
That 18 definitely hits.
Okay, cool. So, seeing its mouth open and everything, he would get the idea it's undead. He's gonna burn a slot to do a smite as well on top of that. How much is that for a first level spell slot?
So 1d8 or 2d8s?
For first level spell slot, Divine Smite is 2d8. But I'm assuming she's undead.
Yeah.
That's an extra. So 3d8.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
If it's a fiend or undead, gets an extra one.
Okay, cool. So 13 slashing, 14 radiant. Invisibility goes away, and he's going to make his second attack. Normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool. But this one has +1 to the roll because flanking.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Between all of that, I might need to veto if something happened, but in general, describe how you chop her to bits.
I think Benny's MO is always cut off the head, especially because undead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the first one like goes against her back, probably the radiant damage makes her like cry out like a zombie, and then once the head is popped up, head off. Which should let the head talk to Arantis if you want it to be cool.
Head is cut right off after that. You got one first slice smite through, like sears through, and then second one cuts off the head, and head falls down, rolls over roughly 5 feet, and is still in flames. And eventually, the head rises up, and like everything is just being burnt off, and all that remains is a skull in flames with a little like red energy coming from its eyes, and it just continues to light up, going, "I hate you all! You all let those things kill me!"
Can Benny kick the skull into the water?
He's already used both attacks. It took both attacks to take it down.
Oh, we're still in combat. Okay, never mind.
We're still in
okay.
combat.
Okay.
It's a flame skull now.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Is it still vulnerable to fire?
I don't think so.
What remains might not be vulnerable to fire. Kira.
This changes everything again.
Well, because it's a fucking flame skull now. We're gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, We're gonna go here. No, you know what? Actually, we're gonna go that way. We're gonna take a chance and we're gonna summon an echo because I don't feel like getting burned real bad.
Okay.
We're gonna throw her right there.
Okay.
And she's gonna attack. And we're just gonna hope everybody turns out okay.
Okay.
There it is.
Do you get
That's
pack
better.
tactics through your echo?
I don't think so.
Oh.
No, because I
No.
yeah.
Okay. Just figured I'd ask.
All right, so
Good, I've asked many times.
11 definitely doesn't hit. 28 definitely does.
Yay. Plus. Oh wait, no, that's a 10. Nice.
11 damage.
Yeah. I don't know shit about Flame Skulls, whether it's PC or Sydney, so I think we'll call it there.
Okay. Yeah, you slash through and it kind of gets banged around a little bit, but then it continues to hover.
Sure.
It's hovering about 5 feet in the air right now. So that was 11 damage. All right. Anwar.
He's gonna kind of come around here, and say he comes around over here this way. He'll definitely look at Arantis first. How's he doing with his little friend turning into a flaming skull?
He's just standing there mortified, just in horror of what is happening.
Sorry, I think this is what you want. And he'll take 2 lightning launcher attacks at him. 20.
Lightning launcher.
20 will hit.
Reroll that, darling. Redo it. Go on then.
Yeah, one of them hits Arantis in one timeline, but gotta shift over to a better one.
You know what's nice about fighting a flaming skull is
16
every
will
hit's a
hit.
headshot.
Wah wah.
For a total of 17 lightning damage.
Alrighty, you shoot that, and it takes some, but kind of like shakes it off a bit. Doesn't seem to zap it all the way through and like leave cracks in the skull like you thought it might. So sorry, what was that damage you said it was?
17.
17. Okay, it's gonna feel more like 8 to it.
And it likes fired. This is so.
Alrighty. Let's see. It is going to. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to basically. This is a 20-foot. Fireball's a 20-foot square, I believe.
Oh no.
Where would it do it?
Not over here.
No. I mean, I guess it's go a little bit further over, but I guess it'd be like all of those there.
Oh my god, Hunter's dead. Or no, you have fire
He's death
stuff.
warded.
You're fine, buddy.
Hunter also, I don't know if you'll allow it, but like he is technically just within the sliver of the aura, so you might get the +4.
Sure. Ryan, if you want to roll for Arantis too.
I need to get you some
Arantis
con,
gets the
man.
plus-
This
4.
will
Yeah.
be a dex saving throw, please.
I don't like it when you roll like a whole bag of dice.
Oh,
I
Audra.
failed.
+4, Arantis says it's 16. I'm guessing it's not going to cut it for Anwar.
Not gonna cut it for what?
Anwar rolled a 4.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, 4 is not gonna cut it. No.
If we get a +4, that brings me up to 15.
Yeah, Hunter's at 15.
Hunter's at 15. Yeah, that +4 makes a difference. Okay.
Aren't you glad you have Benny here?
All right, everyone else is gonna fail this, but thanks to Benny and his holy symbols, Hunter, you somehow are touched by an angel, because that is. For those of you who fail, that is 34 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Good thing for Anwar that he is resistant to fire. If you succeeded, then you take half that. So
17.
instead of 34, that'd be 17.
17.
And then you quarter that.
And half
17
that
and
down to 7 if you, Hunter.
8.
Since
That actually saved Hunter.
Yeah.
Buddy!
Wow.
That actually saved him. Holy shit. He's not great, but it
Oh,
saved him.
I am royally fucked, but I'm not dead.
oops, I didn't mean to do
I
that.
do have lay on
Give
hands
Arantis
if
a
you get up to
random
me.
piece.
Medic!
Thankfully, Hunter is death warded,
alright.
so you, at a minimum, you would not have died from that.
I ain't hurt warded.
All right, that was its turn. Alrighty. So, Audra, you're up.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give some healing to Hunter.
Oh, thank goodness.
So I'm going to move over to you. And you're going to get a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Oh no!
You're going to get
Oh,
absolute minimum healing.
Alright, thanks.
I could have done that with a
something.
healing
I
word.
think. Thanks, I think. Audrey, why do you not like me? What did I do?
All right, we'll see you next week, everybody.
Anything else, Audra? Is that it?
I let on a bonus action. Oh, come on!
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I do anything else.
Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Even with everything going on, you're able to like dodge out of the main effect, which mostly hit the taller ones, and you're able to like duck and dodge and evade, and also the fire that did hit you hurt as bad, luckily. But you're still really not doing well. Even healing, you're feeling really rough. And then there's this freaking flame skull that's still right there. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna rush up and stab it in the face hole.
I should also say with that fireball, it was just more yelling of like, I'll make you suffer like I suffered! You deserve this! You deserve this!
So I think there's this like curtain of flame, and then just like Hunter, just rapier first, just like sword erupting from the fire, his eyes just going wild, and that's the cue to totally miss.
Don't say
All right.
that. Don't put that out in the world.
That hits.
All right. And I see I have allies around, so I'm gonna attack
You sure
on
do.
a sneak attack. So all right.
Nice.
27 there. And I don't think I can tag anything else on there. And then since I hit it, I'm mobile. Make a melee attack. I don't provoke opportunity attacks, so I don't need to use my bonus action. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing at him with my the dagger of poisoning too.
Okay. So yeah, you lunge up to like skewer it, and it does crack the bone a bit, but it's not enough to like go fully through it or destroy it or anything. You do kind of get a bit of a hole in there.
Oh wait, that should.
Funny enough, it is resistant specifically to piercing damage, so that 27
Oh,
is
no.
a 13.
It is magic damage though.
Doesn't matter. It just says piercing. Not
Um, for offhand, you do
Yeah.
add your dex, but not your proficiency, right?
No, you
What, the
you do
attack?
both. It's just the damage that changes.
the damage. You don't add the dex.
Yeah, but you roll
the
you
roll
roll
hit
to
is-
attack the same way
Oh, well, my bad.
because you're still proficient with it.
Add 7 to that.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you just don't get the damage mod. It's just raw from the weapon.
Okay.
Another 3. Okay.
And then I'm gonna fuck off this away.
Okay.
Behind Kamira. Just like 10 feet behind Cammy, like, you're doing great, Cam.
I haven't even gotten close to it, but we'll appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm gonna take me a breather.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it kind of it comes down to Arantis now. This thing, especially after that slashing damage, the the skull is barely intact. It's got a big hole through it. It's taking all kinds of damage. It's got another like big cut through it, but it's still kind of being magically held together. And it's Arantis' turn, and finally he's just like trying to figure out what to do. At this point, there is no semblance of the girl anymore. It's just this barely held together skull, and like the side of undead clicks in, and this thing is like at 3 HP at this point. Arantis is finally going to just grab the thing like by the skull and just be like, "You're not real anymore," and like crush it into dust, basically.
Damn.
And then it's just gonna just kind of like fall into pieces, and then eventually just all of the little pieces just burn up, just get inflamed and burn up into ash. So there ends up being absolutely nothing left of it. Not like even the ash just kind of drifts off and floats away to the point where you can't even make of where any of it was. It completely ceases to be.
Oh.
And
Nice.
we're out of turn order now.
Hunter,
Yeah,
come
I don't
here.
want to worry you, but
Let's try that
think
again.
this place is starting to have an effect on us.
Actually, before you do that, Audra, Benny's gonna come over and grabs his holy symbol. He's praying in like whatever languages he can, and he's gonna use his lay on hands and give back, let's say 20 to Hunter.
Oh, hell yeah.
And 15 to Audra.
Thanks.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you, you little scrappy weirdo.
And then who still needs healing? I have 10 left. Or should I save the 10?
Probably Anwar, honestly. If you're gonna dish it out, it would probably be Anwar.
And 11 more to you, Hunter, to top you off, basically. And I will also top myself off. Just to
Yeah, I'll give the last 10 to Anwar. Split it.
You said another 11?
Yeah, another 11 to you.
Woohoo.
And
That'll just about top me
and
off.
10 more to me. And I still have all my level 1 slots and 1 level 4. Just in case we gotta get crazy down here. So, I agree, Anwar. This place is starting to have an effect. Perhaps we ought to get out.
Perhaps we also need to put the that away. Maybe.
Yeah, weren't you going to store that in your bag?
I did, but then a fireball blew up in my face, so I had to just make sure it was doing okay. So we're
Looks
good.
fine to me.
Okay.
I guess it can go back in the bag now.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to know the intricacies of ancient Genasi pottery work. So
I don't.
yeah,
Which is why I'm
looks
suggesting
fine.
we put it in a bag for now.
Can I touch it?
No.
Can I pet it? Can I tickle it? Is the pot ticklish?
You just want to make god egg tea inside the teapot.
Does it have god egg tea in there? Because that'd be something, huh?
If it
It's over
is
at the top.
cursed, if it is cursed, I could have remove the curse. Pray to the gods.
No, I might need the curse. We're working it out still.
I do not think that is wise.
I agree with you,
Um,
Benny. That's not something I expected to say today.
Before we start inspecting things, I do want to go up to Arantis and just like clap him on the shoulder, like in a very like, "Man, that was rough, buddy." And then, because and the robot don't get along, I will then try to figure this place out.
Yeah. I actually do also want to speak to Arantis for a moment there.
Okay.
Just,
Go for it.
hey. Arantis, I had a spell going, and I heard what was being said there. That little girl, you knew her, and something went wrong in protecting her back in your time?
He's looking more stoic than usual for a robot. He just kind of looks forward, does not make eye contact at all. He's gonna shrink down into his regular form and say, "I do not wish to talk about it," and just kind of like move past you like barely acknowledging that you're there, just moves past to like join the rest of the group, and says something to the effect of like, "We have a mission to do."
Audra will just like look at him for a moment, just like, all right, well, he clearly is not ready to talk about whatever that was, and I'll turn back around and join the group as well. But I'll give it a second, so I'm not like walking up immediately behind him.
Okay.
Looking around, is this the same area we jumped into before, or is it somewhere kind of in between?
This does seem to be a new area that you. Certainly, the last area you were in did not have a giant ship in the middle of it. So that's a landmark that's new to begin with. I will say, if you guys are kind of looking around, you will hear some splashing that is happening near the center of the pirate ship.
Yeah, let's check out this
Tide or? Is it like the tide, or do we see something over there?
You can either roll perception or investigation. Damn. Anwar, you're kind of scouting around. Eventually, you catch that you see a humanoid of some sort with a big ol' tri-corner hat, like big, really messed up leather trench coat kind of thing, gloves, and he's got a bucket, and he's just like taking the water, but he's around like here-ish in the middle of the ship, and he's just like taking buckets of water and throwing it out to like out of the ship. And he looks just really focused on that task. He hasn't even noticed your whole skirmish that's gone on so far.
Can I tell? You said a 3-point hat, like a pioneer, like a patriot.
Kind of, yeah.
Is there any way to tell what race he is or what time period he could be from?
With a nat 20, I would say his style looks old, but not completely foreign. Like, you've seen some people dress like this, but it's tends to be like older captains, or perhaps belonging to races that are just from an earlier time, like dwarves or elves, stuff like that. You wouldn't see a human pirate or a human like ship hand work like that. So like the only times you've seen that, like along the docks near Smith Row or anything, tends to be the older races that have fashion that's similar to that. Seems to be fairly tall, like around 6 feet ish. But that's about all you can glean from out back there without getting a better look.
Don't make a commotion, but there's someone on there, and they're trying to unsink their ship. Unsuccessful. That needs to be said.
Oh, we've definitely seen weirder here today.
There's likely more danger.
I don't understand how this ship is here. Did there used to be Richard, do we know if like there was like a river or something that used to run to this?
To Castle Hill? Idea.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't understand how the ship is here.
It's directions.
Should we try to talk to him, or should we just ignore him and hope he ignores us?
Which way does the compass point?
I do want to check the compass. Which can I get a heading?
Well, you can't hold the jar and the compass at the same time, bud.
The jar is slung around my back. It's fine.
So the compass is not directing you to the castle itself. It's just telling you which way is north.
Yeah.
And so you started from this little area down here. So north would be up this way.
So we want to head south. Because that's where we came in,
Oh,
right?
sorry. No, I meant you came from this way. The direction, you're right. You guys are heading south. So yeah, the direction you want to go in is up towards this way, though.
Looking around in this water, do we see any?
Yeah, south would be this direction.
How's the water look? Is it clear mostly, or is it's pretty dark in here, right?
It's
Outside
it's
of our
it's
torches?
completely. Actually, you know what? Make a perception. Oh wait, you already got the nat 20 perception, so I'll give you this too. Whereas the previous cave was pitch black, you look up, and it's faint, but you can see some kind of light source coming from up above. It is faint, but there is some kind of light coming from there.
How high up?
Pretty high up. It's hundreds of feet.
I think we do need to get on the other side. It looks like that tunnel on the other side is our way to go. Oh, this guy, I'm sure he's in some similar mind prison that Benny is in, but a much more advanced stage. I feel bad leaving these, like, non-hostile people here.
Well, we don't have to be hostile then, I guess. Hey, fella, you need a hand?
Shit. Grabbing the sword.
He's takes a second, looks up towards you. His eyes are like completely whited out or glazed over, like when a person is like totally dead and it's just like nothing but the kind of whitish eyes.
Mhm.
And he just says, "Fetch a bucket. I'll need all the hands I can." And he just
Aye, aye, Captain.
continues to try to take water out.
All right,
so
y'all. Let's bail.
What might be best for him is to maybe go ahead and try to break the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Fireworks are going off, upsetting my dogs a bit. Anyway, so what do y'all do?
Can I just pick up a stone near the shore and kind of toss it in the middle of the water, see if there's any kind of disturbance, tentacles, fins, anything like that?
Alright, go
Gandalf
ahead and
comes
do that.
shooting out of nowhere.
Roll either perception or investigation to see.
Do an
No.
investigation on this.
Okay.
And I'll perceive what he's doing.
Okay.
Nice.
The waters are calm. Nat 20, yeah. You look through, it seems like everything is really still at the moment. The only thing that's really disrupting anything is this one guy with his dang bucket. Hunter, I will also note for you with that perception, that nat 20, you can see the light source up as well, especially with your super dark vision. You look up, and way up, you get a little glint of a reflection, like there's something way up there. And you see that at some point the cave kind of it kind of narrows in the ceiling to the point where you see a circle of bricks that shoot straight up.
So like a reverse teardrop into a little brick thing. Huh.
Basically, especially with an investigation and the perception they had earlier, I'll just give it. So between the two of you, Hunter and Art, you can deduce that it looks like this is the bottom of a well, and that when you look straight up, you can see at the top up there is some kind of well source, and that little glimmer of a little bit of a reflection of a light thing might be some metal part of the base of the top of the well, and a bucket or something like that, something that's casting a bit of a reflection.
Wild. Okay.
I think maybe hugging the wall. We maybe start making our way to the other side, perhaps, maybe?
We tie together, in case someone gets grabbed. Everyone tie together, buddy system.
That's not a bad idea.
Just
Well, I was thinking I could go make buddies with this guy, and I pull out the grapple gun.
Wait.
Wait.
Hold
All right.
on.
Yeah.
What if we just leave him be? Hypothetically. What if we just leave the potentially crazy man alone?
I mean,
And
he's
maybe-
in that.
So asking the crazy man to come with us.
As
Yes,
you're
yes.
discussing all of this, you start to hear like a cranking sound
Oh, sweet
And-
Jesus.
coming from down below in the center. Is a bucket that comes down all the way to like kind of the center area, like roughly around here, and we'll just like kind of reach down and like fill up some water, and then you hear the cranking start again, and it's gonna start raising.
I
Everybody lower the
absolutely
bucket.
lunge for that thing. If it's out of reach, I will grapple gun my way to it.
Okay. So it goes down into the water. So like when the bucket goes into the water, do you want to like make a
Oh,
swim?
yeah. I
Try to-
dive for it.
Okay. Yeah, you have really fast speed, so yeah, you swim over there and you grab a hold of that thing. You've now got rope that can take you all the way up.
Cool.
What's everybody else doing?
Out of bucket.
Like, you know, just that panic, like
You
the
just
reach
hear the
out, the like, ha. Just,
You just hear the pirate guy being like, "You got a bucket, good."
just living that concerned mom life. Trying not to be a helicopter parent.
If we could go up there and see where we are, it would be really helpful. I know what direction's north. That doesn't. I need a little bit more headache than that to figure out where we're going.
But what's getting water?
Would you like to make a survival check to get a sense of how far you've moved since the last time you were on the surface to get a gauge of where you might be?
Well, let's see what the nerd boy knows on survival.
Doesn't Sid have a thing for that?
I'm a
Guess what?
survival guy.
I have a feat, but it might not help here.
If anybody wants to try to go for it, go. You're welcome to.
I'll roll a survival. Survival.
Really good.
Or sorry, it's a feature.
I can try, but probably not. Nah.
I'm leaving that
Yeah,
up to
I
y'all.
think for this one you'd have to roll
Yeah.
for it.
I figured.
Damn. All right. You know what? Even with that feature, you've had a sense of direction for so long. Hunter, you've just got a feeling too, especially when you hold that bucket. Hunter and Chimera, you have a strong sense that you are underneath the walls of this keep here.
Which brings me
You
back
don't know if
to
you're
my
like right underneath
question.
the castle itself, but the castle had like other, like a wall around it that had other stuff. So it is very likely you are like right underneath.
Which leads me back, Hunter, to what is getting water right now.
Something thirsty.
Touche.
Guess they're
Yeah.
gonna get this big old tall glass of water.
Is it? I was wondering, is
Perfect.
the opening too far for you to pop the echo up there to see?
Oh yeah, it's
I-
hundreds of feet up.
Yeah,
Then
I can
can
only let her
Echo-
out 15 feet.
Then
and
could Echo
uh,
safely ride the bucket?
I mean,
has to
Echo
stay
could
in range,
probably
right?
safely ride the bucket.
I will say this: let's call it a night here. I know it's really late, people have to do, and we will pick up next time to see what is on the other end of that road.
Okay.
Fucking
Alright.
The
lich
bucket ride.
That's like, I want a spot of tea.
See, my thought is that there's like 4 pit fiends at the top, and they're like really thirsty.
Really? Yeah.
And then they just pull Hunter apart limb from limb. We're like, well, we can't do anything.
Going down.
You're thirsty and you pull up a tiefling.
Sometimes that's how it be.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That was a
happened to Finn
delightful
Parrish
session,
once.
sir. I
was
hated
fun.
it,
Yes.
like living it, but I loved it very much.
little
Hated it in the
underground
right
fun.
way.
Yeah. All right. I'll take us to the end screen. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
I was actually so glad to roll that